Dear Mother,
This shirt is for you.
I hope you are well. Father and Kian too. I wish that I wrote with more pleasant things, but circumstances are urgent. The stakes seem to grow ever higher, and I begin to understand how out of my depth I am. I could use your counsel. I miss you. The first matter is in the realm of emotion. My friend Heath is struggling through the pain of rejection from a woman he deeply cared about. We came to an establishment called the Violet Garden on a matter of business, only to learn that, to his surprise, the woman he once cared for was employed there. He was conflicted about how to proceed, but in the end he did go to see her. Heath has not been very open with us about Eve or his feelings in general. We decided that Priya and myself would wait for him after his talk and try to support him, while Nor and Brian might aggravate his emotional state. They left on another errand. Though Heath did not talk about how it went when he came back downstairs, his mood was foul, and the results seem obvious. He stormed past us and left the building. Were we at home, I would simply give him time and try to talk to him again. But we are not at home, and with threats lurking seemingly everywhere, I'm afraid that such division and emotional tension might be a risk we can't afford. I wish to support him in his heartache, but I am unsure how. You always seem to navigate such interactions with grace, a feeling I certainly do not have at present. The second matter is of an entirely different nature. When Brian and Nor left us, it was with the hope of having an attendant transcribe a song he once heard. It was a simple enough request, so none of us thought to press for more information. They spoke first with a violinist, and then, by awkward coincidence, were escorted up to speak with Eve. She is a skilled singer. Initially, Priya and I were focused on helping Heath, and so we left them to their business. However, we began to hear a strange song from the direction they had gone, and I became uneasy. On a side note, the prejudice towards our people has forced me largely to stay shape-changed into a mouse. I managed to reach them and found them in some kind of trance. All but Nor in the room were singing and playing an unearthly and primal song. It was certainly magical in nature and seemed to possess them. I could feel it try and gain power over me when I entered. As she sang, Eve was frantically scratching at the floor, trying to press herself downward into it. All my attempts to disrupt the song were ineffective. But Nor began to speak, almost to beg, for the power to stop it. I do not know who he spoke to. The air around him suddenly became cold. As we watched, his hands iced over and became frostbitten. Finally he said, "Silence, sister," in a booming voice unlike his usual one, and everyone seemed to snap out of it all at once. Eve did not understand what had happened and seemed confused. Brian healed her. I wished dearly to help, but chose instead to hide out of fear that my presence would make things worse. As we descended the building, it became obvious that the song had captured many people in the building. Floorboards had been pried up and the dirt beneath disturbed. Others had sought whatever source of liquid they could find and pressed themselves into it. Sadly, some even drowned this way. Brian healed where he could and took note of the dead. The experience was primal in a way that felt similar to our encounter with the Titan in the gloam. Thankfully, the musicians were able to transcribe the song after the ordeal was over. Brian hopes that with study it may be possible to understand the song and possibly defend against it. He seemed unprepared for what happened when it was played. It seems like another piece of the puzzle we've yet to solve, though I can't yet see how the pieces fit together. Have you ever heard of anything similar? If it is true that the disasters involve the Titans, then it may mean the gods are involved as well. Do you have any insight into who sister may refer to? Are there any gods that consider the deep waters to be their domain? The last topic may be of the most significance, especially to us. I took a gamble and tried to use Veltden's prejudice toward Gloamkin to our advantage. We created a rumor about a plague from the gloam in the hopes that it will create disorganization that will allow us the freedom to complete our objective here. At the time, it seemed like it would be low risk. We would spread rumors, and then we would shortly thereafter disappear, and the unsubstantiated rumors would fade to nothing. However, in the wake of Brian's song, Nor invoked the rumor of the plague to explain the chaos. The deception worked, and we were credited with saving people. But the truth of it lays heavy on my conscience. We were not heroes. We invoked magic we did not understand, and now people are dead. Beyond that, I am responsible for laying the blame of it on our people. I now fear that the winds of my initial idea will become a storm that damages far more than I ever intended. And yet, I don't know how to undo it. The book that we're trying to steal may be at the heart of the disasters, and the lie may be the thing that allows us to take it. Mother, how can I make decisions like this? I am one person, full of ignorance. And yet I am expected to make gambles on which hang the fate of unknown numbers of people. When I contemplate the responsibility of it, I am afraid. Please write to me. Even if you have no answers, it would be comforting to me to hear from you. With love, Aoife. P.S. Flint just appeared in the midst of the chaos with news that Vale is in danger. Have you heard news? Is everyone safe? I am concerned. Bonus letter. On the page is no writing, only a messy circular space of green ink. As you connect mentally with the spores in the ink, the message is infused with a strong sense of fear. Valion. Flint has just brought me news that he believes you are in danger. I don't yet know why. This cursed city is filled with so much danger that we must flee to the sewers to find any kind of safety or privacy to have such a discussion. For a moment, the fear intensifies and mingles with sadness. I am not even certain that this will find you in time. How could it? But even if writing is futile, it is the only thing I can do right now, and I must do something. The message takes on a sharp sense of self-reproach. Over the last month, I have learned fear that I did not know before. I have been forced to make hard choices, and I now begin to comprehend the cost of them. Not knowing what threatens you is maddening, most of all because I fear it may be the result of my own decisions. Through the other intense emotion shines a bittersweet longing. I have been consumed by this mission, but still I have not lost my hope. I know that you are strong, and I hope that that is enough. I hope that Flint is wrong. I hope that you are well. I hope that I will soon see you again. I must. The final lines are filled with a shifting tension. Please, if you are able, write to me and let me know how you are. Let me know that you are well, and if you need aid. Until I know, my heart will not be my own. The mental message ends abruptly.
Oh, I need my inspirations!
Brian, didn't you say something similar was happening, like, back at, your homelands? Like, people were hearing, like, a song or something that was calling them to the bottom of the ocean?
You're the only... I didn't even remember that.
He's had a lot of,
I read that the other day.
He's had a lot of time to think
like...
and contemplate. I'm assuming you've been filled in, but I have
Yeah,
not.
no,
Okay.
I
read the...
Never mind, you'll get that joke in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna start with
For you, will be about 5 hours.
No! And Chase, happy birthday.
Oh,
thank you so
thank
much
you.
for bringing donuts.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so Kazoon, you and
It was a tough session for me.
For you.
You don't at least end up getting a pearl.
Yeah.
Please! Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Well,
They got
we
the
got-
promise of a
we
pearl.
got the promise
They got
of
the promise of 5 pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave them to us.
She
We
displayed
have to
them
bring
to
her
us.
something else first.
We have to bring her
She gave
knowledge
The
of
missive from Drayton mentioning Laura
yes,
Leah.
Right.
which
Yes.
you have.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So we're going
This is
two birds, one stone.
This
You know?
is assuming the deal stands after just wrecking the fuck out of her
She doesn't know
tavern.
we did that.
She watched us leave.
Never mind. She knows we did that.
Everyone but her thinks it's something else.
Yeah, she fucking knows.
Also, she, being somewhat a devotee of Koros, probably knows all the shit.
Yeah.
So,
No.
you mind if I take okay?
just a
My notes.
mess.
Do you
no,
mind if I take a
I'll put it
No
out.
context.
No.
I mean, for last session.
No, you
How many?
Kazoon, you traveled down to the sewers with Herme to check on the status of the stealth mission and to see if you could reach to your familiar, Homeby, love of
Reginald.
love of Reginald's life, from beneath the sewers. Flint guided you most expertly through the sewers and got you to, with the help of Heath's instruction, got you to a location that you were extremely confident that this would be the place underneath, directly underneath the keep and as directly underneath the room where you suspect the tome to be as possible. Flint was staying behind, mucking about, as he does for a moment, as you walked forward to check. So you sort of triangulated, took out your book to connect with your familiar, and in that instance of magic extension, you found yourself locked in time. So your brain is still working at a regular rate, but you are frozen to the point of not really being able to move.
Okay.
And sort of stuck looking up towards the ceiling. And it took a minute for Hermé to figure out something had happened, and then to sort of test and approve what had happened. Because at first he tried to just approach you, and that didn't work, because the closer he got, the more he slowed. And he realized that he would end up slowing to a stop next to you if he tried. He attempted, what was the thing you tried before the arrow? Thorn whip.
Yeah.
To thorn whip you, to pull you out, but the thorn whip stopped before it was able to reach you. He also sent an arrow, which was able to get a little bit further, but did not, but just is sort of
So
stuck.
whenever this spell ends, I'm gonna get hit by an arrow in the thorn
So
whip.
He
next
Next
Okay.
to you.
yeah,
No.
he's specifically shot it away from you.
Very cleverly, he was testing the limits of the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Find-
trying to
finding
see
the
how
bubbles.
how high it went. So it's like off to the side on above your shoulder somewhere.
And I was like, I didn't roll one at that time.
Yeah, so you've had a lot of time to contemplate things.
Yeah. Hermé noticed that the bubble extended across the sewer, which hold up, I have a black. Probably.
Oh yeah, onto the thing that's really threatening your life.
Yeah, it's the water that's building up in the tunnel.
Oh, yeah, I
Cool.
forgot about that.
Can we freeze that water?
He noticed that time had that the time bubble
Maybe he can
extended
freeze everything.
beyond.
Like, actually freeze it
Yeah.
like, with ice? You're the ice dude.
Yeah.
You're also, you have, your magic manifests as ice, but you don't have
Right, but
ice.
it's not yet.
I could breathe about 10 cubic feet for free.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
nice.
You did
That
that in
might work.
Forest, right? Oh
Yeah.
no, you just
Isn't
shaped
it
water.
10 by 10?
Shape water,
then
it's
you
5
can-
by 5 for shape water, but you can do it twice.
Right, well the sewer's 10 by 10, right?
Oh, maybe.
So, problem solved, as long as I don't kill you.
Yeah, one.
So, listen, why are you with all this violence?
But all we need to do is
All this,
freeze
you're,
Was
Because he's the muscle.
earlier on.
Was I
to
able to
prevent it
actually
from
make the
continuing
mental
to build up.
connection
It would
with,
buy time, I guess.
But we can't get
Combi?
You know, I
Yeah.
should have considered that question, because that's a very important question.
What was the question?
Did he make contact?
With was he able to make contact with Hambi before he got frozen?
Huh.
I
Even when I'm
want-
frozen, if my mind is working,
Yeah, I want to say yes to give you something to do, but I feel like I have to say no, because that will have given you at least 40 to 50 minutes to do something with Hambi while everyone else was doing stuff, and I'm not prepared for that.
We could say that the connection is very slow.
Oh.
Like it traveling
It's buffering.
slowly.
or he
Yeah,
just
it's
he
moving.
just got in range right now.
Yeah, it's moving.
Or at the very, I mean, for
Yeah,
me,
we
if
could
it's
say
if
that.
it's a magic trap, wouldn't it stop magic or things of that?
That was my thought. Was the whole point was to stop whatever the magic was that
It's
came
like
in.
what's that thing you go in to block?
Oh,
Signal.
EMP?
Light room.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
Is it like
It's a specific like
Yes,
name of it.
it's not Vandergraaf. It's oh my gosh, Faraday cage.
That's
Faraday
what I
cage.
want.
There.
Bowling
Oh,
alley. I was like
Very
right
smart
there.
people.
I was like, it's that thing. But I did Faraday cage.
Problem with getting older is that your brain is able to make the connection. It's just you have to.
But you said it like it was
start
like
the
you're not.
connection
Right,
first.
right.
You can't just jump into the middle of the
Yeah.
line.
I feel
Just-
good
It's
about where I'm
something I'm
sitting.
Selective.
frustratingly realizing as I'm
trying to think
As
of
you're getting
Oh,
older,
okay.
as in like
Yes.
twice your age, sure.
I'm aware. I'm also, but like previously, I remember, a couple years ago, I was able to like
Yeah.
onto it, but now my brain's like, bro, you gotta get to the start of the synapse first,
Right back.
and that's a
Take
little
a
bit more
card
difficult.
quick.
If one of the
Here,
titans
you're in the way.
isn't a giant panther cat, then we riot.
Then what are we doing? We ride it. Then what are we doing?
We pool our hero points and send Bagheera in against Warden
Yeah.
left.
Let me
We
get
need
that
you
butt.
off there,
Let me
baby.
get that butt.
The
He's like,
or it could be like
that's not the place for
like
you.
Viking legend. Instead of the snake that wraps around the world, it's the cat.
This is the giant cat that roams the world.
That
doesn't have
that that wraps around the world
it
and
works.
just plays.
Like, girl.
I've learned that is his place that he likes, not the top place. He used to like the top place more, so nice. Maybe he'll just chill with us.
Hammock cat. I like it.
Hammock cat.
Is
Okay,
that some
friends.
magic trap?
So that's not the magic trap. It's
Okay.
just to block off and let you know that that's not a.
Okay.
It's just one way
It's not a
tunnel.
thing.
Where is Kazun?
He would have been stuck in somewhere.
So we're gonna call this the place where the water is building up.
Oh,
Where the
The
bridge
stone
bit?
bridge, yeah.
Yeah.
let's see.
So this is free.
We'll
This is
actually,
water.
we'll actually put him on this side so that y'all can just see the whole way down.
Nice.
Yeah. So the water's
You don't have to put the pencil there. That's why I made it the stone bridge.
I know, but that's the water building up.
Okay.
I appreciate
Is
that.
the water building up behind him or?
It's behind.
Oh, let's make it right here.
Oh.
Now I'll
Yeah,
just
right
put
here.
it
This
down
way, yeah, right.
here.
We're coming from here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was imagining something.
I was like, it's like not it's flowing this way.
Yeah, it was flowing down. This is down. But
Yeah.
I guess technically with this animation, it's that way.
No, it's flowing this way.
Right. Which is downhill, and the water was flowing from this way
Mhm.
because they were going that way.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it's up in the
I'm
city.
with you. Listen.
I don't.
You're taking
Is
these
it?
facts
Tell
very
us.
seriously.
Tell us the story. I'm just.
So you find yourself here, stuck, and Finn and the rest of the group. Flint ran back for the rest of the group to try to get help, and what has caused Aoife's written response is he ran up to Aoife and said, "Your boyfriend is in danger."
Yeah.
And I told that to Brian, and Brian's like, I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh right, because
Yeah.
you were a mouse. Yeah.
So
I continue to be a mouse.
You're still in it?
we find ourselves
That's your last.
running.
So the water
that's
is
what it was.
building up because
So the
stuff
water is
that's
building up
flowing,
because time is slowing the water to a stop.
but
so
it keeps flowing in.
But it keeps flowing in,
Okay.
exactly.
So basically, going past me, there's like it's like dried up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I understood this. It took me
Immediately
so long
got
to
it.
understand. I was like,
What a boss!
He's a wizard.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
not a
it's like I'm a
for
wizard.
nothing.
Yeah.
You're a wizard.
In fact, inspiration. Well done. I love it.
For understanding the shit you are in.
quick,
was
very
very
quickly
impressive.
than the rest of us.
Literal shit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that too.
Oh,
yeah, this is
drowning
not
is
clean
so
water.
hard.
Oh no.
Drowning is one of the worst ways to go, I feel, but drowning in sewer water has
It's
to
gotta
be
be.
really
No,
the
there's-
worst.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a character in the video game I'm playing that happens to. Not a main character, it's just a character you encounter.
That's so specific.
Yeah, I don't.
That's literally,
A saw
yeah.
Well,
was
so
literally a saw trap. It was just.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like one of the people's like punishments was just to die in. It wasn't sewer water. In fairness, it was ground up rotten pig water. But I feel like same thing.
Same,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar vibes.
and this it's weird in the story. It's like the character goes, is trying to escape people who are wanting to get him for money because he's in debt, and he jumps into an outhouse and like swims through.
Bro, let them
shit.
take you.
And he swims through. I mean, he's like a bandit or some shit like that. But anyway, he swims through shit, and you have to like feel around in the ship
Oh,
to find the
no.
body.
No.
It's a game set. It's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but it's
Oh, it's
Oh,
that
I
game?
just saw
Yes.
that the other day.
it's phenomenal.
I've heard good things
I
about
am
it.
addicted to it.
I'm gonna have
This
to
is the
check it
only game
out.
I'm playing.
Okay.
I recommend the
Deliverance
first
2.
game as well. It's also excellent.
Okay, I'll check it out.
But yeah,
Okay.
there's-
So currently what's happening is Slit ran off to go urgently let everybody know that you were in danger and to try to bring you back. And to bring them all back to you. So he has done that. The water has been building for 20 minutes by the time he gets there. And will be at least 40 minutes by the time he gets back. There was some time of trying to get everyone to go because there was also chaos going on.
Well, we
At the
were
moment.
not. The party was split,
Party was not.
and shit was happening.
Speaking of
And
the
ready
party
to
being
go.
split, so you are all at this point running behind Hermé, following him down towards the sewers.
Yes.
Someone had mentioned possibly splitting the party for part of you to go
Yeah,
into the keep. That was you? Is that a thing that you guys are doing?
No,
I don't
I
think,
think we
I
decided
don't think
we're
we're
sticking
doing that
together.
now.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That may be what we do
That's a later
when we
thing.
move on the mission front, but yeah, not in this moment.
I don't recall that.
Yeah. Does anyone disagree?
No.
That's how I remember we ended in a
Yeah,
place
we
of
ended
deciding we were staying
Yeah, we
together.
were just
Yeah.
all booking it.
Yeah, we're all booking it because we gotta save Kazun because he has the thing we need for the pearl, and then also
That's the reason we have to say that.
well,
I mean, the pearl's useless
the
if
pearl,
I die.
but also we need him.
Yes,
So
also that. Anyone have anything they want to address as you guys are running?
I'm running angrily.
How else does he run?
Sometimes
He's not doing the Naruto run. He's doing like the run.
I'm doing the very. I'm also, depending on where you are, daggers in the back of your head. But I'm also faster than
I was just
you.
saying, you're probably
So
way out
I'm
in
in
front.
Daggers thrown back behind
You
me
can
every
feel
now
the
and then.
force. It's their, going.
This is a good question. Heath, are you sticking with the rest of the group, or are you going ahead? He of all would know where to go. He helped guide
Sure.
Finn there.
I was thinking of that. I mean, there's no real point for me.
Doesn't matter.
Not really. I will begrudgingly keep pace.
with everyone else.
Oh,
Okay.
take off!
What I mean, what's the point of me getting there? Like,
He's alone. It'd be good to have somebody be there.
For when he dies.
what can I do? I can't punch the time.
Fair
Or
point.
can you?
Yeah. Have you tried yet?
My fists are not magical,
But have you
guys.
tried punching time?
Tried
Take
punching
her early and reassess the
I'm-
situation.
Yeah, I
Can I-
clock in,
can I
clock
show
out.
along his fist?
Shillelagh?
Or is that how you say?
I don't know.
I think
know-
it's Shillelagh.
Shillelagh?
That makes
Because
sense.
I just know that the first time I ever heard that, I played with a Sport Root friend who every time he did it, he went, Shillelagh! So that's, for me, in my brain, that happens every time.
It has been adopted.
May it be so. Okay, so you are running angrily. Anybody else have anything they want to address as you're running?
Are you in mouse form with?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Assuming I'm keeping pace with Brian, which I don't know about that. I'm imagining a lot of huffing and puffing from.
They were like the one. They were like the
think
one
I'm
good
extra
part of
fast.
this is Kazun isn't here to make
I'm
us
not
slower.
Not right now. I can make myself extra fast, but I gotta do
Is
weird
weird
things
in
for
the
that.
way where there's like the mouse that's like hanging on for dear life?
Yeah.
That's what.
It feels like these vibes. It does.
You're running and it's just like.
I think as we're going, I'm just like coming back to normal, basically, in the stress of this moment, and just kind of like.
We're down in the sewers now, right? We're heading that way.
You're heading in that. I just asked if there was anything anyone wanted to
Okay.
address as you were running. If you want to be down in the sewers by now, you can be down in the sewers.
Depending on where we're at, between the Violet Garden and the sewers, I may not be there.
Oh, okay.
I take a brief detour.
So at some point, Aoife the mouse jumps out of
Scurries up a gutter.
Brian's pocket and scurries off.
Okay.
See you at the sewer grate.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, then I think I bite my tongue for right now. Deal with that later.
Oh, okay. Do you reconvene with them in the
Yeah,
sewers?
I have my conversation, scurry across rooftops, slide down a gutter, and...
Are you able to do that in mouse form?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this is like, I've taken some liberties. I'm getting nothing out of this other than role-playing benefits, so like... my thought was that moving through the city, everyone would be going slightly stealthy. I mean, we're hurrying, but also trying to be stealthy so that we're not picking up a bunch of assassins on our tails.
That's a good
So
point.
I make up, like, even though I stop for an errand, I get to run across rooftops and then make it there, at least hypothetically.
That's a good point. Are y'all running? Are y'all sprinting?
I've been introduced to trouble.
My thought was that we were entering the sewers and running.
Say again?
My thought was we entered the sewers and were running through the sewers.
Yeah, but remember there was a space of town between coming out of the sewers and getting up to the Violet Garden.
Would you mind pouring me a small glass of tea?
I feel like if we run fast enough, there's not a lot of time, but also, that's tempting fate. But do we have the foresight to...
I'm Beauregard.
Nor's Beauregard. That is what
point.
we know. Is Beauregard running through the streets?
Yes.
Beauregard is running through the
I
streets.
think we're all just booking it.
Okay.
Like at this point, it's like, who's that one stranger in that group of people we're supposed to kill?
Okay. Well then, you guys make it into the sewers, and follow Keith and Hermes' lead as they lead you through the winds and bends of the way uphill. It's a rough run for definitely for some of the less endurance motivated of you. Yeah, I think these two and maybe this one are fine, and y'all are having a little bit more fun. As you run uphill to get there, but you get there as you run into the tunnel that Kazun is in. The water is higher and higher the further you get, until by the time you get to where you can see him, you're wading through it hip deep. And oh, I forgot how short Kazun is.
Oh no.
And he's sitting.
Sorry, the water's not
sitting.
moving fast
He's
for
not
shit.
sitting.
Oh, he's standing.
No, he was standing.
Well, he might as well.
And looking up.
Yeah.
Which crucial,
Yeah,
crucial
I
couple.
didn't say
Give me
that.
the extra 2 seconds I
Crucial
need.
couple.
For a while, you can't even see Kazun, concerningly. But you do get to where you see just his head and his beautiful beard and hair floating on the water, spiraling around him.
Jeez, I'm so sorry that I put an end to whatever you were going to say.
Oh, no, it's totally okay.
But I really want to know.
No.
I really want to know too.
Yeah, did you want to reconvene all the while we're running through the sewers?
No, basically, like, Nora's just gonna break off of, like, a very, like, if I'm considering what I might have ratcheted things up more than I anticipated, and it made sense at the time, and I'm sorry, it wasn't my intent, but we're gonna have to deal with that later.
I appreciate that. It was my idea, though. So be at peace. We will. First things first. That will be a surprise for us to address at another time.
Yeah.
Nora is so nice.
Just
He's out here doing his best.
He is. He's out here doing his level best. Okay, so as you guys run up, you get to where, for most of you, the water is churning around at, like, chest level, as you get well, probably about waist level before you hit the time bubble, which I should get a bubble thing for. I imagine that Hermes stops you guys before you hit the actual barrier.
You know the bounds
because
of
you
the
know
bubble.
where the bounds are. You can see the strange way that the water moves through this space. Very unnatural, very odd, like nothing you've ever seen.
Hermé, have you been explaining the situation better while running?
Yeah, have y'all explained to him and has he explained to y'all?
Long conversation away.
Yeah.
Probably. That'd probably be the only thing we're yelling
Herman's sitting there like, it's just Herman and Heath explaining
Yeah.
because they have the lung capacity to
I'm like, this is an easy job, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So you're saying that there's a bubble where things are frozen?
Yeah, it's like the same. Oh. Yeah, it's like the same.
Yeah, I need to get some of that. By
It's
the way.
pretty good, yeah. It tastes
I
blueberry.
feel like it's missing something. I can't figure out what.
And what is this?
Ooh,
Sugar?
it smells good.
Is there any milk in it?
No, but
If it
but it-
smells like there's milk in it.
yeah, it's because it's usually a milk-based tea. So it's got some taro tea in it.
Oh.
It's got a little bit of peach tea, and well, and a blue like flower thing. I can't remember what it's called. Do you remember what your blue flower thing is?
Pea flower?
Yep, pea
Yes.
flower.
That's what gives it its blueness. Oh, and glitter because it's magical.
So I basically explained that it's the same thing that we got to see in PFAS Town. That chronomancy, spell.
Oh, okay. Same type of magic that we encountered in Umbra's Rest.
Time magic. And
I don't have a hero point this time. Then.
so now we've reached the thing.
Yes, have you guys brought Herme up to speed as well? Because he asked specifically about that.
Yeah, what did
What
we
did
bring
you
him up to
ask? What did
speed
you
on?
ask about?
What was it?
What do you want to know? What would you have asked?
On the way?
Yes, explicitly.
I asked why you got so angry. That's maybe because you hit me very hard. I mean, I was trying to swim on the ground. I accept it,
I was
but
trying to
it
wake
doesn't
you
have to
up.
be that hard,
I was trying to wake you up. That's what I was trying to do.
Come on, you've been staring daggers at me this whole run, man.
Then why you're still angry?
We've got this. Fucking hold on, we've got a fucking conversation. You've got a lot of explaining to do about that fucking piece of paper.
Sure,
and
but
that
I mean,
fucking
like-
song. But we've got more important things to do than fight amongst each other. We'll do it later.
So you
I
have
never
a reason?
suggested we fight amongst each other. That was not at all in the options that I was considering. He asked why you were angry,
Yeah,
not why you hit him.
Herme, make me an insight check at advantage because you're
Yes.
on the stage.
Oh no! That's right. Give him. Shit.
One of them is 1 and the other one is gonna be.
Oh,
I like advantage. You said inside, right? It's
Inside.
15.
15. Yeah, he's right that he was punching you to wake you up.
Mhm.
But yeah, like Herme
There's
can tell,
something
he's
else.
definitely upset about something else,
Yeah.
and was upset about something else before you ever did that. For sure, for sure.
So what happened? You just got angry to Brian? Oh, yeah, Brian. Or what?
You got it that time.
I don't want to talk about it.
Never mind, just run.
No, he just wants to fight about it later. Okay, so let's.
You have a 20-minute run!
Yeah, let's, you know.
And 40 minutes for me.
We can
And
run angry.
Plus,
Yeah, where's the check to see if this 20-minute sprint helps him cathartically get his anger out?
Legit though, when I was running like cross country and marathons and stuff in high school, at one point I was having bad attitude and my dad said, go out and run, and I ran 7 miles and I came back and I was still angry. So I went out and ran another 7 miles.
oh gosh.
I came back and he was like, have you calmed down? I was like, nope, and I turned around and I went again. So 14 miles, that's how long it takes.
14 miles. Or do the results vary?
I'm sure that the results vary. Okay, so go ahead and everyone make me a con save.
Con save?
Oh, because of
Go
shit.
for the water.
Yours is going to be a disadvantage.
Me too.
Minus?
Hammy.
Okay.
Are we
Not you.
like double moving, guys?
Oh no, it's
Do I
because of the
do I need to
fire.
roll con?
I presume
Like I'm
we
up
are.
on his shoulder.
Until you jumped off.
I think it's a time thing, isn't it? Or no?
By the time we got,
No, we should get back in the sewer, I think she's saying.
Yeah.
Everyone's making me a con save. You
Okay,
had to
that's
run to catch back up with them.
Okay, that's great.
14? Okay.
10.
10? Okay.
We just gotta go ahead. Oh.
19.
Oh, use it, lose it.
Looks like you need a napkin, Sujay. No, I mean you're gonna need a napkin. I feel like.
Oh.
Great.
Let me know if you need one.
19.
19, very good.
13.
13. Nor?
14.
Okay.
17.
17. Alright, it's a harrowing run, especially for you, but all of you are able to keep your pace and sort of keep it. Keep things steady, no one takes any exhaustion.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. You pull up on Kazun in this state. What do y'all do?
So, you were not able to get close to them.
No, look at the arrow.
This is
It's still hanging there.
is the whip. Was that
No,
a
no, no,
physical whip?
No,
or is it a
I
magical whip?
assume that it's like a lightning because I do like a lot of thunder lightning spells.
Lightning Lure is a different spell.
Yeah, but
You're gonna say it for flavor.
mhm.
Sure.
Like just like it looks
But
like
it is a physical thing.
It is, yeah.
But you were able to pull it back.
Uh huh.
So the
So-
thorn whip isn't still there.
Yeah.
The arrow
There's
is.
only arrow.
So you were able to pull a rope back, but it got stuck there.
No, actually, it doesn't touch.
Well,
Because if you
but it
throw
stuck
something.
how close did it get? So close.
I don't know. I cannot see from here. It's like
Yes!
an inch.
Alright.
That was good. That was good.
And right now Kazun is underwater, right?
Uh huh. Oh.
He's not
Not
completely
entirely.
underwater,
On
but
shoulders, maybe, right?
he's close.
Can anybody freeze water?
Is the water actually
I
getting
freeze
up to
water.
where it touches me, or is it like stopping like before it actually gets up right next to me?
It has slowly pressed in. It has gotten slower and slower as it has moved in towards you, but it has gotten to you.
Eventually reach me.
Yeah. So it's a strange sensation that you're getting because it sort of is rising and pressing in at the same time, and there was initially sort of a film of space between you and the water, but slowly that is closing in. So it's almost like a divot around your head, which works in your favor as well.
From where we are right now, would Flint know like where?
Where it
I guess-
starts?
Yeah, where
I
it starts, where the
should,
dilation
I believe.
effect
Yes.
starts.
That's where he was going to stop you guys. Yeah, you guys are right in the right spot.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So right.
Right, here's my finger.
Wait,
right?
wait, sorry.
Here. Oh, okay.
2 more back.
He could throw the rope pretty close, right? All we need is for the rope to connect in some way. Rope in fucking ice, pull him with the ice out, right? So if you can freeze the block of ice with the rope in it, we've got the rope connected to the ice, we pull him out.
I can't freeze him in the ice.
I mean, he's not
It's
completely
50
frozen,
feet,
it
right?
would be cold for a little bit, but better than drowned, right?
No, I think
That should be exactly how much you have.
limitations
Yeah,
of what he's able
above
to do.
above board.
But
Shade
I'm
water
seeing
cannot
something else.
freeze
Someone
any or you can't just freeze organic people.
Can you freeze it around him?
That's freezing them.
There are other spells that do that, but
Yeah, but no.
but that one isn't one of them.
Like you can't create like a ring that we could.
If I move forward like 10 feet,
I might be able to make a ring.
if I move like 10 feet,
That is
I
debatable
won't be
based
able
on what
to
RDO
throw
feels like.
that
Yeah,
rope
that's
for
where I'm at.
50 feet,
too.
right?
Because it's
I-
like you
because
can't like
The chronomancy spell's gonna get slower.
forms
Yeah.
in the ice. It's
You're
going
going to slow down, and the
That's not
chronomancy spell is going to slow it down. So
Let's see.
from where you are, you could throw it.
Let's see
I know,
what the
but
wording is.
that's
Let's
not
see
gonna
what we
be-
can
I'm
argue.
trying-
It's a large enough barrier
It's like if you
of
can freeze
rope
enough
in front.
Right, then knock it back.
Yeah,
Okay.
get
It's
it
not
back.
possible.
Okay.
I believe.
Further than Kazun?
But can you give me a
Kind of
pass?
like
Yeah.
playing
So,
If I get
Wing
close, it's
shows or
gonna be
whatever.
like
Yeah.
more
Can we
impossible to
freeze?
Yeah.
I was
slow it
thinking
down.
like
If you
when a
had
bad comic
your
goes up
arrow
on
got
stage
really
and the hook
further.
comes out
Oh,
the
really?
crowd.
So if you had
This
something
can
fast
freeze
enough
water
to get it
around
there,
to a point
Okay.
you
where
could possibly.
we can then have the rope connected in that ice that we can then.
What I was thinking is I can just tie my rope to my axe, and I can just use my weapon one spell to bring it back. And if you can, like, throw it further enough, I can just go that way and just use my weapon one. And it's gonna be like,
Right, but it wouldn't go that far.
Weapon
That's the
bond makes
problem.
the
Yeah.
axe appear in your hand, so it would fall through.
Yeah. It's teleportation.
It's not a physical, like,
It's not like Thor's hammer, like
Yeah.
teleports back to your hand.
I have.
Oh, it teleports back?
I have telekinesis.
pulse.
Depending upon how affected it is by the time dilation.
Because I might be able to do some weird freeze ring nonsense. I don't have to freeze a specific cube. I can just only freeze water within a 5-foot cube. So I can also move it first. So if we need to do that, but I gotta be within 30 feet, and this looks a little bit longer than 30 feet.
Like,
Yep.
How far? Are we like 45?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Should be
30,
exactly
35, 40,
50 feet away.
50, yeah.
But you can move closer, you're just a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we get closer, we freeze water around it with the rope in it, we give it a tug.
How does the rope get there?
We throw the
Yeah.
rope. How'd you said you threw, you had a thing, right,
Yeah,
that you got
don't we?
close to. Can we get a rope close enough?
I see. So you're thinking we get a rope as far as we can, and then
Freeze,
And then we freeze water to, like,
with the
attach
rope
it.
in it, yeah,
to make it essentially
to connect,
to connect.
and then pull.
That's not a bad plan.
Say again?
So we would throw a rope or get a rope as far as possible, as close as we could, then freeze water with the rope in it,
Yeah.
in that ice, in such a way also where it's frozen around him, whether with a loop or enough to have it on the other side where we can then pull, and with the ice would
Right,
pull
right.
Kazun with
Yeah, I'm with you.
Creating a hook. basically.
Yeah,
There you
it's a cool idea.
And rather than we could tie the rope to an arrow
yeah, that's what I
and
was gonna do.
shoot it.
and shoot it
Perfect.
to get it far enough past that we don't have to muck around with
I'll just shoot it.
Sure.
amount of water
We
to
can
freeze.
see the arrow, right? Or at least we would, because it's probably covered, I don't know, with water.
We can try. Can make a perception check.
Well,
Make
we
me
can
a
curious
perception
about it.
check. Anybody who wants to, make me a perception check.
Stuff for broke, boys.
But yeah, turn on our radar.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
But I got a natural
Really-
20.
Oh.
Oh!
Alright.
And so it begins.
That makes it
Motherfucker!
23!
Ah,
See that
okay.
shit!
Nice.
What did everyone
28.
else get? 28?
19.
19.
See through
19.
the shit.
4.
Okay, listen.
24.
24. Are you still mouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just in the pocket. Just, I can't do anything else. So I'm fucking looking.
Okay. Here's what I will say. Brian, you guys are all sort of sweeping for this arrow. Brian, you catch sight of it.
Okay.
Mostly through the way that the water moves strangely around it. Heath, you're distracted.
Oh, you're gonna see something else that's unfortunately important, isn't it?
Because you're looking for the.
Black scars on our tail or something.
Snake pits nearby.
You're looking for the arrow, and you see.
Time snakes.
I'm trying to think where he was.
I've had it with these motherfucking time sticks at this time.
Motherfucking
Do not give Shajay ideas about time snakes. We don't need time snakes.
Or do we? Or do we need time
We
snakes?
got enough problems!
Don't
We
need
got
time
enough
snakes.
problems!
Heath, you're scanning, and as your eyes sweep over the sewer wall to your left, you notice something that sort of jerks your eyes back over there. You know these sewers really well. You have run them all your life. And one of the squares of the wall doesn't look right.
It's even bottom.
It's
What are you trying to do down there, buddy?
you're no architect, but you've spent a lot of time in the sewers, and you and when you were an orphan and the orphans before you and the orphans after you, make it your business to get into little alcoves and find places to hide where you can have places to scout and so on. So you notice when it looks like one of those should be here, sort of the spacing of them, and it's not. But the wall looks strange.
This Dolce is this idea.
And I would have knowledge of your illusionary walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
His walls you can walk through. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out one of the shitty daggers that I have. I have one of 4, and I'm going to throw one of
Alright,
the
if we're getting into action, I'm putting us in initiative.
I was just gonna chuck it to see if it goes
I'm
through.
with you. The minute someone started an action, I was putting us in initiative.
Okay!
This
Alright.
bitch always be doing before saying.
Alright, everyone roll initiative.
Alright,
Kazoon, you roll initiative as well, please.
Woo!
Nat 20?
Yeah.
I would have wished for a higher number than that, but that's okay.
Same.
Ooh, it's also 6.
I consistently
roll 2.
initiative is
I
the
roll
worst
4.
thing I roll.
Oh, Brian, I don't have you on here. Brian, you got a nat 20?
Yes.
You're so small.
6.
6?
Trying to find my subtotal.
I don't know action is starting, so I'm
Oh,
just
for-
like
Aoife,
9.
9.
Subtotal of 33.
I'm gonna leave him out.
Ocho!
You're
We're
leaving
on a
the wall,
rough
and I'm
time
like,
here.
what's
Freya.
happening?
I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm
Wow, just
townspeople, which is actually what?
You.
So
I remember
we're
Brian.
Thank you.
Kazoon. 15? Alright, Nor?
4.
Oh my gosh, guys! I
Of
mean,
course, the
when
one
everyone-
person who can't do anything gets to go
when
first.
everyone rolls low, I guess
got any spells that
rolls
are
don't
non-
really matter.
Yeah.
Non-verbal, non-somatic.
Yes.
We did just come from a crisis
Yeah,
and then ran here.
Yeah, y'all are tired.
We're
man.
tired.
I use my inspiration.
We're definitely like,
Oh, you're gonna
like
reroll.
That
No.
one. 7?
Total.
Slightly better.
I think
You don't have to
But
say.
Yeah.
I think you're in the same place.
You got 9, 8, 7. Anybody got a 6 to keep the run going? The streak.
nope.
Yeah, I
We got
did
4.
6 and I rolled 7.
Okay.
See,
So-
we got a,
And you got a
straight
10.
of 3.
So,
So
10,
Keith,
9,
we're
8,
going
7.
Oh, we got a straight of 4. Look at that.
We're gonna resolve that when we get to your turn.
Got it.
We're basically slowing everything down now. So
Okay.
Brian, it's your turn.
Okay, unaware of all this, so I guess I'm going to.
You have 3 rounds
Okay.
before Kazoon is submerged.
And then
Well, I'm
he's
gonna-
gonna like roll death rolls like 3 times, or what's gonna happen after that?
Usually he'd be able to hold his breath, but he is not able to do that in this state.
I'm gonna try and get closer to him. So
Okay.
I'm gonna look at. Now I'm inside it. So how far can I get with 30 feet?
You are half speed every 5 feet you take.
Ooh.
Ah, math.
Load of
Okay, so
5, 2.5, 1,
and now I'm at
2.25.
10,
15 feet, basically, you can move.
and now
And then
I'm at 5.
after that.
So I do one more.
Go there.
Did I do that right? 5, 10, and I had 20 left. Cut 20 in half to 10, and I go here.
Do you have 40 speed?
And then at 5. No, so I'm one shorter.
Yeah, so
Sure.
30 would be cut to 15, the first step you took.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't in it yet.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
the first
okay.
button.
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
So,
That's what I was
but yeah,
gonna
but
say.
I'll be at 5 here, and I can't cut 5 in half.
Yeah.
So,
So
Okay,
you
well,
ma-
then I'm gonna
you
dash.
run for
So I got.
What's your total speed?
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it at 60 now.
Okay.
So 5, 10. I got 50 left. Cut 50 and a half to 25. Cut 20 and a half
to
10. 5. Can't move any forward than that.
You can move one more, right?
I think you have one more.
No, it should be 2.5
no.
and it's not gonna matter. You
I
got
think
5
you can
left.
move one more for a dash, right?
I don't know. I'm really struggling with this.
Does it like,
10.
cost
I'm at
double the
50.
movement each one, or does his speed get
His
reduced by
speed
half?
gets
each one?
reduced by
his
half.
speed gets
So it
reduced
doesn't
by.
As I just for my brain, as I enter each space, it reduces it.
Yes.
Okay, so as I enter the first space, it would reduce 50 to 25,
Right.
and then
You go
Okay.
5
Next
to
phase.
20,
Yeah.
half to
10.
10. You have 10 left. Then you move
Then I
5,
go to this.
and then you can't move
Then
5.
it's half
okay,
5.
okay, so
yeah.
that's as far as I can get. That is rough. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
That was my fault. I was trying to play with him.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, so Brian's running.
That was a dash action. I got nothing else.
My brain is working, right?
Your brain is working.
Okay.
You're like, what the
Oh, you have thoughts.
Yeah. Does does the
Take it out of
bubble
context.
reach all the way to both walls on either end?
It does. That was one of the things that Finn checked.
Okay, and obviously to the floor, yes. Does it reach to the ceiling as far as I can see?
There's like a vault, invisible vault, but it can be like a part of something sphere.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If it was a sphere, if there was like a little corner somewhere or something like that. Okay. Right on.
I've got
Right
another
on.
mechanical question.
Okay.
Since now I'm in time bubble, and I'm just assuming my speed doesn't reset and then I take another half each time I go in.
Yeah, I see what you're
So
saying. We're gonna say that it does, for the purposes of for the purposes of mechanics, right?
Okay.
So you're saying like my speed doesn't reset to 60, but it would because the next time you would be able to put forth the effort to go 60 feet, right? Whereas if we did it mechanically and said it didn't reset, you would just be stuck where you are
Right.
because you'd never be able to go another
But I
5
was
feet,
able
right?
to go
So
that much.
the concept is just that you're slowing down
okay.
as you run, and that's the grade by which it slows down.
Okay.
I like that several people were with me on that.
Yeah.
Allison got it immediately. She's like,
Mechanically,
nope.
then though, given a number of rounds, I should be able to get to him.
Mechanically, yes.
3 rounds.
Conceptually,
That's how I want to use.
Yeah. A point will come where you can no longer move forward.
Yes.
Yeah, this will work mechanically up to a point.
Yes.
And then things stop.
Yes.
So the mechanics will change when you're
If
within
he
5 to
didn't
10 feet of
He
him.
didn't
Yes.
get within 10 feet, so we don't know exactly.
Or maybe
where.
we could set up like a
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
can
I
kind of
appreciate
So
all
we
the
have two different mechanics.
you
You
can
know?
kind of rule like
the
this,
speed, I
your
think, is an
speed is gonna get
exponential
half
curve.
right
It's
here,
not.
and then
That's what I'm saying.
1/4,
It would be an
1/8,
exponential
1/6.
curve.
In our
Yeah.
minds,
From
it
that way
should
we
be,
can reach
this is
up
just
to
how
right
she
here.
is
Right.
managing.
Sure.
But if we
From
play
the
this
point,
mechanic,
it's
is she just gonna stop me at some
it's
point in
also
time?
24,
Okay,
so
okay,
that
that's
means
what
nothing.
that's cool.
Yeah, you'll get
We
to a
think
point
it's
where
like
it's
five
And you guys were saying you're going
I think
to
though, just to
shoot an
keep-
arrow at me,
because
right?
you gotta expend speed to go each new space.
Right.
It's gonna be easier to do subtract than have, subtract than
Yeah.
have,
But
subtract
that
than
way you
have.
can reach cousin in that math.
Yes, but we already know
That you
empirically from you that you can't.
Yeah.
That it,
So they're
that it
saying
works
there's a point
mechanically.
at which I say you slow too much to go any
Yeah.
further.
Yeah.
So-
But good thought.
But
I'll
I mean, there
find that
should
for
be a
next
way,
time.
but there's no
Listen,
time
math
for
is
that.
not my strong suit.
So like the
No,
way I'm
what-
thinking about this is that there's a big circle
Yeah.
in which this mechanic is at play
Okay,
that
we'll
we were
go-
just talking, and
we
then
will
there's
go
this
upside
circle
down.
in which a different mechanic is at play.
Yes.
Oh,
thank
okay.
you. That's how.
So like yellow, red.
Gotcha,
Yes.
okay.
You got
Because
the
you're
green
right.
zone, the yellow zone, and the red zone.
If this would happen in real life,
Everybody take inspiration.
What-
We're all.
The teamwork
This is math.
I feel like
because you're
Just
right.
pass it
At,
around.
at a certain point, this is Zeno's paradox. This is like you can never officially reach it
Yes, exactly.
because you slow by
Exactly.
half each time until
Exactly.
eventually you're
You're
just
with me. You're with me.
You're slowly approaching the
I guess
speed
we
of
all
light.
yeah.
Go, Joe.
I'm going to hold my action until they fire the arrow.
So was Sharon.
and someone gets the jar.
Fire the arrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action until they fire the arrow. When
Okay.
they fire the arrow, I'm going to use telekinesis to move it past me.
Palm on my forehead.
Okay.
Amazing.
I've been
Two things. One, I assume telekinesis then doesn't use any verbal or somatic components.
It uses no components.
No
It's,
components
it's
whatsoever.
a feat.
It's
yeah.
just a thing that. Have you attempted to speak with him as you guys planned
I
to
was
do?
gonna wait for my turn, but I was just recalling as you were talking that talking is a free action that I can
Talking
do
is a
anytime.
free action.
Then when we got within range, I would have absolutely reached out and been like,
That's what I thought. That's why I wanted to
we're
bring it to
here,
you.
we're here, we're trying to get to you, we're trying to figure out how to get through the time bubble.
Yeah, I mean,
Because he can't.
I'm guessing I can hear them all talking about their plans. They're
Yeah.
like, what are we doing? I'm like, okay.
He can't speak back to you, but someone said they were. I'm bringing this up because they brought it up last time. Someone brought up last time that you had detect thoughts. Or
I do
something
have
did.
detect thoughts. Oh, that'll be my turn.
There you go.
I don't have anything else to do. So.
Okay, so Kazun is holding his turn. Priya.
I would have communicated that to you. That
Okay.
and if you, I will detect thoughts in a few moments.
Okay,
So if you have
otherwise
something
I
you
was
want
gonna
us to
do-
know,
I was going to do sending,
oh well then,
but then I don't have to use the spell slot
Yeah,
if you can. Do
yeah.
that.
Okay.
You would know she didn't speak
Yeah.
bullets once.
Okay then. Well,
Aww. It's the most precious.
then I don't have a lot to do, so I guess I would just give everybody some hit points in case.
That's never a bad option.
You got quite the claws there, buddy.
It does, and I just cut them.
Oh, it is. He's getting pretty
So
good at
I have
protruding his claws,
8
but not
hit
cutting
points.
me with
8 temporary hit
8
points to
temporary
everyone
points.
on
Hell
your
yeah.
turn. On your turn.
Oh.
I'm not arranged.
Yeah, you're out of range.
Well, he's safe. Anything, no projectiles can hit him, and nobody can touch him. So he's.
It's
Except for the
called
water.
3 rounds from drowning safe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well,
It's
not health.
Like
You
his
can drown
water.
at full health. And
3 rounds from starting to drown.
But she just said he has no ability to resist. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
is 3
You're
rounds from
right.
actual
So,
drowning.
It's just like,
Yes.
at that point, whatever oxygen is there, like, that's it.
We done.
I don't like how D&D drowning rules exist, so I have my own drowning rules.
So stressful. You're so good at making things even more stressful.
And I'll just move up as far as
Oh,
I can.
here,
Just play it all out. It's great.
I got this. I got this.
Oh,
Sorry, Priya, go ahead.
I'll say I will kind of. I don't want to block.
Hold up.
Whoever's going to be shooting, I don't want to be in front of them.
Yeah,
blocking.
fair point.
So I will just stay.
We're about to get to experience it as a group, so.
Stop! I said I was gonna play it.
Okay.
So you're moving behind.
Yeah, I'm just kind of. No, like so I'm not blocking. Just kind of like move there so people can get
I
around.
am gonna be the one
Okay,
who's
I'm just-
shooting that arrow.
Are you gonna shoot?
The water's like building up higher as we're going in.
Yep.
I think this is the plan.
Then at some point in time during this sprint, I'm probably mid-dive swimming at this point in time.
Okay. Also,
Not yet.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Do you have a spin speed? Is it faster than your run speed?
Oh, then you could choose to dive if you want to.
I didn't think it would be up like swimmable yet, but
Oh, I did it too quick.
it's good. It's good.
Okay. So Priya, you gave everyone temporary hit points and moved out of the way. Epic. It is Eva's turn, and then Ethan.
Okay, I am going to hop out of Brian's pocket.
Oh shit! You're still in my pocket. No,
As you're going,
I totally forgot.
She's like, shit.
I didn't consent to this! I didn't consent!
Mouse no good in water.
But hold on, let me see what the
That's plan B.
distance for detect thoughts is.
Oh, this is
35
concerning for
feet.
poor Nova. She's gonna be immediately submerged.
I'm not gonna get mouse points. We have the time for that has passed. Okay, I'm going to jump out of Brian's pocket and bonus action to let go of wild shape.
I wish Eva had you. I mean,
So I will be
Just
right
one
here.
turn.
Okay. Okay.
And then, just anyone who's looking at me, my hair is now short.
So Aoife wasn't there, so
Cut your hair?
It was cut.
What tomfoolery did you two get up into in between sessions?
And then I'm
Oh
gonna
my
cast
God.
Detect Thoughts on Kazun. Let's see.
Can I insight check her hair as if it was cut short intentionally or like a cut?
You can investigate her hair.
What? I don't know what checking is. I just want to know.
Investigation check.
in the middle of all this.
I
What the fuck happened?
I haven't clocked it in game, but I think I know what I think there were some trade negotiations.
Oh! Chase is so smart.
Chase is very
Y'all are
smart.
so in real life smart.
I know. Okay, so
Trade
I can-
negotiations. Wait, from
So the beard, like, did you want to just sleep in the beard?
so I'm concentrating on this for up to a minute, I
Okay,
guess.
yep,
So
10 rounds.
So for the next 10 rounds.
yeah, then I can detect thoughts. I initially learned the surface thoughts, and I suppose if Kazun seems open to it, then I would hear thoughts more fully.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So service slots this round, you see basically like just analyzing like everything that's going on. Like he's been searching.
That one meme?
Yes. He's been searching
I got
with he's been searching with like his telekinesis to try to find loose stones around that he can pry out to let water through. He's
Okay.
been looking to see if there's like a vent grate or a grate like up above him or anything like that where the water will go.
Okay.
He's worried that if this ends, suddenly you guys are going to get flooded out with a rush of water that comes through.
Okay.
He's also considering that if it doesn't end, water flows downhill, which means that the water coming here is coming from the area of the keep, and it will flood, alerting people to our presence down here if nothing changes. And he's listened.
These are all the
I love it.
And he's listened to your guys' plan, and he's prepared to catch the arrow with his telekinesis and try to pull it past him.
Okay.
So
I
you can
would,
freeze the water.
as best I can, communicate that. Probably, if I had to pick an order, starting with you, since you're going to fire the bow, to let you know that he's going to catch the telekinesis. And then, generally, to people who don't have a part in the plan, I would communicate that he's looking for vents or loose stones. I would try to get everyone, but if I had to prioritize, that's how I would be trying to rapid fire pass thoughts around.
Make me a few luck checks, Kazun.
Question.
Let's see. Make me
Detect thoughts,
5.
detect thoughts.
One for every 10 minutes
I think I have to pick a target.
that you've been here
Let me
since
double check.
Herme ran off.
Just
Certain
50-50?
creatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Each
Well,
target
no.
focuses on
Roll me a
one
d4 for each one. We'll see how good it is.
Okay. High is good.
High is good. Okay.
creature. And she wouldn't.
2,
2.
She would
1,
never use this on somebody who didn't.
4,
Okay.
I was just saying.
4,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
There might be a secret room
Okay.
that has enemies that might have thoughts
You
that can be detected.
We're
if it's like a
digging
radius
where?
of like radar, like
so
We're trying to use telekinesis to pull loose stones out where?
yeah, I was kind of focusing around like the walls, like kind of.
Also 30 feet is.
So my assumption, Cousin's assumption, most spells like this are spherically shaped. So he's trying to kind of pick away at the edges of where he thinks that sphere would be. So like the walls, like opposite, like I can't see behind me, so you would have to be focusing on this side.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically he was just trying to get it just past the edge of the bubble so that the water has somewhere it can flow around the bubble if it gets there.
I didn't hear that. What did you do? What are you doing with the bubble?
I'm trying to create another path for water around the bubble.
Here's what I will say with your luck checks. You are able, as you're feeling forward with your telekinesis, to feel that there is a empty space, a hollow space on the other side of this wall. instead of the continued stone and earth that you would expect. You don't find it great, but I'll come back to that.
Would he have known that when I detected his thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would know that he senses a hollow space on the other side of the wall. Then I think I would.
Hey,
This feels a little metagaming, but I think I would reach out to Heath because Heath would know the
I can take
sewers.
one more
Like,
step.
Heath, Kazun thinks there may be a hollow space on the other side of this wall. What do you think would be on the other side? Would that be the keep?
Which wall?
If you could bust out
The
that
one he's-
wall with the water flowing.
Which side? This one,
side.
the wall opposite him.
I don't know. If there's.
Heath, why don't you do your turn?
Yeah.
Was that your full turn, Aoife?
Yes.
Alright, who's next after Aoife?
Me.
I can't see all these. Sorry, who's next after Heath? I know Heath is next.
There, man.
Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming, is this the wall that I saw that was weird?
Yep.
Okay.
oh, this thing?
Yeah, this is just here to blockade that thing.
I will throw one of my small. I realized I have 4 small daggers that I picked up and 3 shit knives that I picked up.
You have a poop knife?
I remember that. You grabbed those off the bandits.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
I
throw.
was like, they have daggers.
I
and
guess I'll throw
knives.
one of the small daggers.
Okay. Make me an athletics check for how hard you throw this dagger. Well, we'll do that in a second.
Is
Make an
small-
attack roll first.
There's a small dagger of a simple weapon, right?
Yes.
I'm proficient. Simple weapon.
Make me an attack roll first, then we'll do the athletics check.
Hold on, I'm gonna double check.
Monks are proficient in all simple weapons, right?
Yeah.
You're proficient in daggers.
So I would be able to use my proficiency bonus to throw. Said thing, but attack.
You can't do that. Y'all are in, guidance is an action. Y'all are in combat now, so that would take your action.
If 24.
24
Yes.
to hit.
18
Yeah,
plus 6 with
that
the
will definitely
The
hit.
suspicious wall.
Now make me an athletics check.
If you had missed the wall, I would have been really disappointed.
I had inspiration. I was not going to
Let me
miss.
draw.
So athletics check. That's a skill. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Alice still gets that because she didn't get a separate thing.
Oh, because Pater's here. There's enough for just all of you.
Wait for the next turn to freeze on that one.
Okay, I got one better.
That's exactly what happened to him.
10.
He can pull.
That's assuming that I.
Okay.
She lets me freeze.
You throw this dagger, and it lands directly on the square, like the block of the wall, that looks strange to you. So you know you hit it. There is a slight that is probably only audible to Priya. In this underground water moving space. But the dagger clings to the ground and nothing happens.
Like nothing. You so. Well, I don't hear it, but like.
Like when I
Visually, does anything happen?
There's a slight sound of stone on stone.
Ooh, like a.
Like grinding.
Oh. Like it moves.
So it's not like Nora's wall. It's like
Yes.
Sounds like you hit it and the block
Like a
probably
trapdoor or
shifted
something.
slightly,
yeah.
grinding against
Did,
itself.
did it visually change at all enough for me to perceive?
No.
Will you put that music?
Huh?
You like that music?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna use it.
That
this
fucking
isn't
wall
a,
is
This also isn't a
weird.
good enough moment for it.
I
I'm
can't
saving
tell
it
you
for
why,
later.
but it's not supposed to be there. It's fucking weird.
Okay.
Okay. Focus, man.
Okay. I'm going to.
You didn't already have
Can
a space.
I get across here? Is this difficult terrain?
I like to think that they're all talking. They're like, they're talking really fast. Like, there's a wall. There's really weird. Like, it's just all going on.
Yeah, the water is going to be difficult terrain if you want to go through it.
I might be able to jump over.
You might be able to jump over it.
Oh.
You are a monk.
So
yeah.
I can jump.
You can jump without a 10-foot run,
Uh-huh.
which you don't have. I think it's
You
half
have
your
your strength.
strength
It's
score
just not good.
Have your strength score for free.
for free. Before
Then you start
have
rolling.
Before you have to make an acrobatics check. That's why I said
Okay.
you're a monk. You can probably jump because monks are good at acrobatics.
Yeah.
Generally.
But
Not
half my
always.
strength is
Sometimes
5 and a
you're
half. So,
It's one square.
and then athletics is not my strong suit, or acrobatics is not my strong suit.
I'll never understand.
I'll pick other things.
You need about a 15.
You're the second monk I've gotten to roll with, and you're the second monk who is not built like a monk.
I picked other things! I'm a medic! What do you want from me?
No, I love that. I think
I'm
that's
also,
great.
I'm sneaky,
He-
and I
he
can
did
steal
the-
shit.
He did the same sort of thing. Like, he leaned more into his background than anything else, but then he was constantly upset that he couldn't do monk things.
Well, I mean, I'm not upset that I can't do this monk thing.
Yeah, you're fine.
You
You're
should
just gonna
be
have to
about
wade through
15.
some dirty water.
It's usually about 5
Mechanics
feet.
question.
Yeah.
Or
Could
5
he
per 5 feet.
actually back up 10 feet and get like a running start to go at it
It has to be a
diagonally?
straight running,
Okay.
running start.
Okay.
That's a great question. It's not stupid.
Okay.
You could jump your 5 feet and then take your distance from
I mean,
there.
I have 40 feet, so it would be... I could probably get to this either side either way.
Yeah.
So if I jumped it, I would be able to go 5, right? And then... Is that how it works? If I jump
Yeah.
over
Don't-
5? Or...
Don't monks have a weird like step of the wind thing with jumping specifically? They can spend their key points on.
You got a key points?
Depends if you're a wind monk or not. You might be thinking specifically of the wind monk.
I don't have that yet. Step of the Wind allows me to take the dash action as a bonus action, so I could get there.
Rhea,
Yeah.
did you say anything about what was that weird sound out loud? Or was that okay?
Here's the thing. If you jump and you run, that's going to take your action and your movement. So that's probably not worth it.
No, I mean, if I
But
did...
if you just were to jump, then I would let you use that as your movement. You know what I mean?
Not exactly. I mean, if I used the key point and did Step of the Wind as a bonus action,
Yeah.
or dash, could I get there and not use my action, or...
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess my action is throwing shit anyway, so...
Your action was throwing shit.
I'm just
Right.
gonna get there.
Okay.
And I think... yeah. And I would have needed to burn the Step of the Wind to get there, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm there.
Actually, Step of the Wind does double your jump distance for a turn.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Oh.
It doesn't fit in here, though. But I'll take it. Oh, never mind.
That's
it
still
does.
just 10.
I didn't read the second half of the sentence.
That's still just 10 feet, so you'd still end up in that muck.
Listen,
So
he could
you're
roll
in the muck
for
one
it.
way or another.
Could roll for it. But there's no
Okay,
point.
so
I'm
you're on
good.
the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm about to be all handsy with the ball.
Okay. That
Yes.
was those
Thank you.
words.
I said
Those
it
are words we
intentionally.
chose. All right, it's Finn's turn.
Question.
Yes.
Does that look like okay? So like just tying that like a rope to the back of the arrow,
Yeah.
and I can shoot it, right?
Yes. You're gonna need to use your bonus action on a survival check to see how well
Okay.
you tied it.
One more question.
Okay.
Can I put a ring in it right here?
Oh, is this gonna be your ring?
Okay.
Potentially.
We're all swinging for the fences right
I
now.
love this idea.
We're getting
I'm very
creative out
for
here.
it.
Yeah.
Here I thought we had like one possible option.
Everyone's like,
And
we're
we're
doing
not
every
using
plan.
that option. We're using exclusively new options.
This is why with this group I was like, we're gonna have the rat revolution. Who knows? We may need it. We may come up with a good use for it.
So you can
We'll
use
be
that
coming
It's
kind
up
of
better to have the
Yes.
option,
Yeah.
right?
worth for trying.
It's worth trying.
Okay.
I feel like a meme
that's what
that really
we-
represents our group is Ross and Rachel carrying a sofa up the stairs yelling, pivot, pivot, pivot.
Someone put that on the meme channel. Okay, so you're gonna have Nor slip his ring onto the arrow,
The rope.
and you're gonna tie the rope. Give me a survival check.
Okay.
I really hope we don't lose this ring here.
Plus 3.
That's sort of dangerous.
That's 17.
Okay, because I'm going with it.
Can you pop out of it at any time?
I can.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so 17. Yeah, you feel like you've got a tight, snug tie on there, and you're good to go. So your ring, you slide the ring on the arrow, and you
And it's
disappear.
And I'm into it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna shoot that arrow. Again.
Okay.
What do you
Make
want
me
me
an
to
attack roll.
Attack roll?
Where are you shooting it
Aiming?
for? Yeah, where are you aiming? Directly
Yeah.
at Kazun.
Because I know that it's not gonna reach Kazun. It's gonna stop somewhere.
But the arrow went farther than him, remember?
It did?
Yeah.
it went-
Okay, so
first
next to him.
It would just lightly
because he
poke
was gonna
him.
try
Maybe,
to
yeah.
pull it forward,
Well,
too.
the first one was like here.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
lightly
Yeah.
poke halfway into his midsection.
Okay.
Just slowly.
Oh,
Just
it's like bamboo
slowly
growing through
into him.
somebody. Oh,
Oh.
God. That would suck.
Oh.
Another 17.
Favorite kind of
Okay,
torture.
what's your AC?
Not a good thing to say.
I guess I don't get my
Oh, but
dex
I-
bonus, right?
But I aim like next to
I
him.
know, I know.
Okay.
Well, my normal armor class is 13, so
13.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying you managed to hit right next to him. Right where
Hold
you
the
were
rope.
aiming for. Yep.
Okay.
Hold it tight. It's such a strange experience because like
Getting
it gets
slower
in
and
and it gets
what's
slower and slower and like the slack is moving out of your hand slip, but you're able to.
So I don't have to
Hold on to
like
it.
put extra strength. It's just holding it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
okay. So yeah, that's
Nice reference.
Thank you for getting my reference.
I'm with you, my
Most
guy.
people normally don't.
That was a great deep cut.
Yeah.
so yeah. My telekinesis goes off, so it's mage hand basically, but
Okay.
it's like no components. So it is right where it's like in relation to me. The arrow
You
is like
said
right in front of me.
it was like right to your side,
Past me or right before me.
right next to you.
Like in front of me, then. Like if I'm standing facing this way, it's right to.
Oh, that's
Yeah, because he's not facing
Is he
forward
facing
or
the
backward,
wall, or
he's
is he
facing side or
facing-
side.
Oh,
I'm
I see what
facing
you're
this
saying.
wall,
I see what
yeah.
you're saying. Yeah. Which way did you?
Would
shoot
you have
it
done
on?
it behind his back or his stomach? So, on this side or this side?
Probably
I mean,
more
I'm
open
just
side.
like,
I
yeah,
feel like
it's
it makes
like
more
in
sense.
front
I
of
think
me.
so.
I agree.
I
Yeah,
don't wanna
it's
hit
like
the
right in
wall.
front of you.
Yeah.
Plus
You
it's
wouldn't
okay.
want to risk hitting the wall. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use the mage hand to try to wrap it around me.
Oh, okay. Is that how the telekinesis can work?
Yeah, it's basically it's mage hand, so I can manipulate an object up to 10 pounds, and I can move it 30 feet.
30 feet.
each-
Yeah, so
each
you can
time I
move
do
it.
That rope.
Yeah, but you're moving it.
Yeah, so
Does it
yeah,
follow
so
the
I'm guessing I'm not going to get the full 30 feet of movement,
Yeah.
but I guess it's like I just needed to go around me, like in a 5-foot square. So.
Noted.
Does it follow the same dynamics of
The
path?
plans might be the same, but
Yeah,
We don't have it.
Back up.
but it's all the way
Well,
to
it
him,
depends.
So we'd say
whether or
like
not he can get
5
around.
feet, 5 feet back, and then that reduces it to 15.
Right.
I know, in your turn or
And then
something.
5 feet this way.
I can get out of
Reduces it to 7.5.
I don't know if it
Well,
moves.
his range.
Or can I use
You
my
get
Shot
action
there then?
first to
Yeah.
The arrow.
And then past it.
when it comes back around,
Baby.
probably, but
Held action went off.
You
He's
baby
trying-
king.
They're negotiating.
Baby boy.
He's
Yeah.
trying to wrap it around.
So it is. The rope is going around me and then back behind me now.
Okay.
Okay.
So it is.
I'm
You
gonna use
guys
everything
watch.
I have.
You guys
Like-
watch the rope, the arrow, as it lands, slowly get dragged around to the other side of Kazun and stop back in the middle of the air. Good job, Kazun. That was awesome. I had other shit to,
You guys-
to give you to do.
Y'all literally said like the cane pull. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm doing.
This is some straight up
Priya.
Bugs Bunny cane.
So am I able to pull
Maneuvers.
that rope?
We're gonna have to see.
I mean,
That
there's
was
a
one
way to
round.
do that, right?
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
want to use my action surge to pull that.
Nor are you doing that?
Oh, you want to
in order
use your
to wrap.
action surge? Okay, yeah, and he had saved his
Yeah, yeah.
action, so yeah, go for it.
let's wrap
But
around.
is it?
Yeah, go
Is
for
it?
it.
But is it It's not tied.
So it'll just pull.
Yeah, don't just pull it. It's just gonna give us one more round.
Give us a second.
It's not tight.
No.
It's not
No,
just.
no.
If
It's
you
just
pull it
loosely
as it
wrapped.
is, it's
It's
gonna
just
slip back
like
around.
imagine you shot the arrow and
Gotcha.
like
Just
once it
curves.
gets past me, it just like curves. It goes like this.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it
it's
has
behind
but
me.
it's not
Making
solid.
a little
It won't
knot.
pull like with the hook. It'll just pull back.
Okay, North, your turn, right?
Yes.
And then go back to Brian.
Okay. So I am going to out of my ring. So I'm just like, I guess, suspended in the space. Yeah, very, very slowly. Smoke billowing.
You're getting out of your ring?
I am getting out of my ring.
That's gonna look cool as shit too.
What is the inside of your ring like?
Oh.
Do you want to say this right now? You don't
I
need to.
can, yeah. So,
Inside of the foot.
no, actually.
It's not.
No. So they actually give a little bit of like flavor text for what it's supposed to be, but it's a 20-foot radius by 20-foot high space, and it's of a comfortable temperature, and that's basically, and it has a bunch of pillows. That's like the only flavor text they give you as far as like there are a bunch of pillows all over the ground and everything else like that. My ring, the inside of my ring, is like
Pillows or pillars?
pillows.
Pillows.
Literally
Oh,
pillows.
that's
Yeah,
weird.
it's a genie.
Cushions.
It's
Cushions.
cushions. It's a genie's ring.
bottle.
And so mine though is very much like winter cabin, like the like dark paneled wood. There are like frosted over windows, but obviously there's like nothing behind them. I like to think that there's like this ambient sound of like blowing wind on the exterior, and it's just like cabin cozy inside.
Why don't you stay in your ring all day?
Because we have.
Yeah, why are you
Yeah,
sleeping with
yeah.
sleep masks on, man? I'd be here every night.
So, fun fact, I can't stay in my ring for a full night's sleep yet. But the moment I can, I can.
Some
How long
hold
can you
this.
stay in it?
We're just
It's double my proficiency bonus hours. So right now it's 6 hours.
So,
When I
so I'm hearing is I should be an elf with this.
So
with
you,
this
I
warlock
mean,
axe.
that means you can stay in there the entire time except for your time of the watch. So
true.
But you still need 8 hours.
Or if you pick
Yeah, but do you-
middle of the night watch,
Do you die
you
though?
can sleep
if you
there
stay
beforehand
there?
and then watch
then,
and then
yeah.
go back in.
Do you die though? Is it like a lack of oxygen, or is it just kicks you out?
Oh, it just kicks me out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
So-
says I'm tired.
So there's no.
so it's
no,
even like a built-in alarm when it's
Yeah.
your turn for the watch. You just get
Yeah.
booted out.
Also, if it gets destroyed or anything, it just kicks me out.
Nice.
That's nice.
So, which is nice. And it's got its own hit points in it.
Who's in charge of the Nor Pokeball?
I think we just tie it onto Aoife's cap for her
Yuri
and she
on.
wears it.
Oh yeah, it's a
Watch it at
Pokeball.
night. Go out.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
could- assuming there are no weird time bubble traps, we could easily sneak
We
two
got options.
people in through the sewer, like through the sewer pipes.
So-
I
Rat
think
style.
we mentioned that before.
Yeah.
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 Out of the ring, so
Can we discuss for a second before you get out of the ring?
Yes.
Can we just pause? I am concerned that you're going to hop out of the ring and be just as frozen as he is.
Yeah.
And not be able to do anything. Is there a contingency for that?
So yes,
Okay, great.
I have a contingency for both of us, and then I have a contingency for just me.
As you should. Norwood.
Contingency for both of us
Great.
is I also have telekinesis,
Okay.
and so I would like to
Hi.
loop the arrow around both of our bodies. Finish it.
Amazing.
But assuming that doesn't work, I can also Misty Step, so I can just
That's very important.
Just step out.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you can't-
pop out of this
is-
ring and slowly form into existence next to Kazun and are just as stilled in time as he is. But you get to look at him. He's up there with you.
Is misstep cinematic or verbal?
it's just verbal. That fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We'll see how it goes.
okay. That's the only me contingency.
Is that
so
an
that's-
action to get out of your ring?
No, it's a bonus action.
Okay, so you got your action
Yes,
still.
and then action to use the telekinesis.
Yes, to
and
move the.
Yeah.
So how exactly are you envisioning this?
So I was flavoring Nor's telekinesis as it's the wind moving things. So in this case, I think it's just all he has with him.
Must have been the wind.
So like just a gust of icy cold wind starts pushing out of his mouth, like still kind of building up smoke, like out of his mouth, and finds the arrow and just kind of finishes
So cool.
the loop. Like
How are you? That was what I was asking though.
Yeah.
Like when you say finishing the loop, how are you envisioning that?
So if he got it all the way around to make a complete circle.
It's like a semicircle.
Yeah, a
It's
semicircle.
like a U right now.
complete.
It hasn't
Okay.
made it all the way back.
Then I am imagining remainder of the way,
Completing the circle.
or actually, hold on.
Like just go
Circle.
over it. You just go back over and then just loop it, like twist it around the rope.
Yeah, I think if let's do some math right here. Instead of finishing the whole rest of the arc, he's gonna do the diameter of the circle, like behind our backs, and then underneath, up, over, and back through.
Okay.
So-
you get one loop.
Straight loop,
Yeah.
one loop.
And then when we pull, it's gonna be good.
The hope, yes, is that the pulling will cinch it.
And the arrow should stop it from coming back. Like it kind of created
It
Like a
will
little
work.
Right.
Like a
Is your
little,
ring still in the arrow? Is that
Like
how
a-
the deal is?
No, rings on me.
like this.
When he pops out of it, the ring is on his finger.
That's fucking
That's
dope.
cool.
That's real dope.
You're really making me want to play this more.
I'm afraid of how you're getting back.
No, I
He's
think
wrapped around both of
wrapped
them.
around both.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm inside the yes.
The arrow.
I appreciate it.
Pokeball.
Because he was on the ring on the arrow.
Yes.
He's in the same
That
space
makes
that the
sense.
arrow is in,
Yeah.
and we're saying that it's on the inside.
Right.
Also, even if I couldn't get back myself, I have more time than he does. I could go back into the ring.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of which,
Right.
one of your rounds is done.
Yes.
The water has moved up over your
His
mouth.
beard is
And
getting
it's like
dirty.
Norse belly.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
no.
I think we're like
Not the beard!
we're like
His poor beard. He's got prestidigitation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Um,
Thank God. That's all that matters.
All right, back to the top with
We need the
Brian.
beard.
Okay.
More from
We're not
Beverly.
getting- We're not getting jumped.
You made you a drink and did not make me a drink.
I can make you a drink.
So
I was trying to be quick. I didn't know how fast they were gonna do their turns.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take my 5 more feet that I need, and then I'm going to shape water and freeze a nice ball
God.
of ice right at the hinge of where the ropes
Thank
meet.
God.
Oh,
Thank
that
God.
is so sick, because y'all really did need that! That's not how ropes work!
No, it's not.
I was like, we're gonna need a
But you did make it a lot easier for me to succeed at this. I was gonna have to argue like making an ice to connect,
Yeah, which
which was
been
gonna be much harder, and I assume was gonna involve a check. But a quick little ice ball I can do real easy.
Around where
Around
he's
the
looped
center,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, the creativity going into this is so mad.
Then I
cool.
guess I'm gonna grab the rope and start running the other way.
But you're not pulling.
Yeah,
You can
Really hope
pull
there's just
them
like a switch
at least like
on the
5
side of
feet
this
and then
wall.
they...
yeah, but I also want to be out of this. So I'm gonna grab it and run.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
So
pulling
he's just gonna pull us with
slowly.
him. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully.
These
I don't
are
know if I
two
can.
creatures that are medium. One would be half your speed. Two is a fourth of your speed. So, and you are already at lower speed. So if you grab this.
Do we have any buoyancy?
Work the
We are
physics.
pretty deep water.
Listen, when you make a physics heavy campaign, you get physics heavy questions. You've done this yourself.
I'm the wizard. I have to argue these things.
He is.
All right,
Those
but
boys
I
first.
also, sorry everybody, we're also against the tie,
Yeah.
so I don't know that'll help us.
I'm gonna say what I said stands.
Cool.
So you don't have the movement to drag them any further out of this. It's
Oh,
either you can pull them or you can go.
But it was the rope is still out here though, not inside,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Airmay still has
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm
you can
saying
help
that he has
pull them,
movement to
and-
So you
either
can-
pull
you
them
can
towards
get
him
out and
or
then
get
he'll
out.
pull.
Yeah, so
Okay,
don't
then I'll get. Then I'll get
Yeah,
out.
yeah, it's better because you'll have more
Yeah.
momentum. Plus, yeah. Well, if you could get out, or get in, you can get out, right? Because it's doubling every time.
Right.
Yeah.
And you didn't go any farther than you did the first time.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I had to. I had to take one step forward. So I think I'm going to be able to get just barely to the edge. Which I think is the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
one
Yeah,
step
I should have put a place. I should have
Yeah,
put
you're still
markers.
one.
That's right. Hermes on
You're in the last square of the effect.
I should be.
I'm a donkey
Am I
on
able
the
to
edge.
get? Yeah,
I'm a
that
donkey
makes,
on
that,
the
makes, that
edge.
makes in-game sense. Breaks the mechanic.
It's quoting all the Pixar and Disney.
Okay. Great turn, Brian. Kazoom. Your
Did
mouth is now submerged under the water, which is gross.
yeah, that was very gross.
But you can still breathe through your nose. I can't believe Keith got that nat fucking 20.
So
I
diagonals.
haven't done much with it yet.
I have 60-foot range on the telekinesis. Does that reach the thing?
What thing?
Like the wall that Keith is talking about?
He's not, you know, I mean,
Probably!
Nothing else to do.
he wants to get
That's
that treasure.
hilarious! Sorry, that was the last thing I thought would be on your mind. Alright, so it's right here. So 5, 10,
I don't know how
15,
practical
20.
Kazun is.
He's
There's
like,
nothing else I
okay,
can do.
like,
They got me.
They've got the
check.
Yeah.
We're good.
checklist.
So, on to the next problem.
I pushed the wall.
What is on the other side of the fucking wall? Let's go! Is there a switch that says turn off time?
I don't know what the fuck is behind that wall!
Is there a switch that turns off the time bubble? That would be
That would be so.
that, just
Getting it off.
everything just fucking goes. Solved it. Yeah.
You push it in, which is what? How much force do you have?
10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Yeah.
That's enough. You push this.
Dagger.
You're just as you're running over there, Keith, you get up onto this thing and you see the square that you were looking at go
Hand
click.
Kazim,
hate that!
Kazim, for your sake, so you don't think you're going crazy, Kazim will make his mage hand appear so you can see this little fiery, this little fiery hand
like
Did I
here.
just discover magic?
Yeah. What? Suddenly.
Let me see, a 20-foot section of wall, as you push that in, rumbles and slides down from the roof into the floor,
Oh boy.
opening to another chamber on the other side.
Please tell me it's empty.
You don't
Does
know.
water
When
start?
is the secret chamber ever just empty, guys?
The book is laying there.
Sometimes.
No one's around it.
Good God, that would be the best.
6 health potions, circle it,
The
guys.
time
That's alright.
is
We're fine.
50 feet away, everywhere away from where Kazun is.
Right, so was that square outside of it?
Yes.
Okay, so does water start then flowing?
Flowing out. So that's the side that doesn't have as much water.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water is
But does
flowing
it-
from this, like the map, the animation is
It's
drawn
backwards,
over it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if it would start.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
what
a little
what
bit?
little water there is does flow over there slightly.
I'm looking at it. What's in there?
We'll get to your turn.
That's
turn.
Well,
Okay.
that's my turn.
That's Kazun's turn. Kazun's got his priorities straight. Priya.
Skip. It's alright. Just like skip dialogue. Skip
start
dialogue.
pulling the
But
rope.
will you please make me a drink? I would appreciate it. My non-caffeine is making my head ache.
I move up and start.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Priya on mission.
Yeah, just start.
Yeah.
Priya on
She's
mission.
like, no walls.
I thought for
distracting me.
sure she was gonna be like, I go inspect the chamber.
Also, she's stronger than me.
She is.
We gotta
She-
save Kazoo.
She
Definitively.
a muscle
We gotta
box.
say Kazim and Nor now.
Also,
I am not the muscle, and you are not the charm. But Priya is the muscle.
Okay.
Yeah, make me a, ooh.
Green is the muscle or the charm,
Yeah,
depending
that's
on
true.
what she wants to be.
She
That's
absolutely
true.
is. Make me a strength check.
Ophelia is downright charming.
Not so great.
That should be an athletics check. I'm gonna do athletics.
The only
I don't know if you have any additions to your athletics or not, but
I do. I mean, it's only a 7.
that's alright. You rush forward to where Finn is and reach forward to help him with the rope, and your arms sort of get coming around from an angle, sort of get caught in the beginnings of the time dilation, and so you're pulling, but it's not as strong as you would have hoped that it would be. But you feel the rope slowly begin to tighten and cinch around where the other two are. And if nothing else, you are there helping. So as long as you are continuing to pull, you are assisting in the draw.
Nice.
Okay, that's me.
And everyone, don't forget to add your 8 if you're within 30.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. That might quickly become important.
Within 30? Yeah.
Well, you're not within 30 though.
Ah, damn.
Not anymore.
But it's when his
You
turn starts,
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So he
you
was
were
when his turn
when
started.
you did. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Aoife.
Okay, then I'm gonna pull the rope.
Well, you're still inside too, right?
Yes, you are.
I am.
And I think you were at the same place he was, so same deal. You're not going to be able to pull these two and get out. So you can pull the rope. It's
That's-
just going to be only pulling the rope.
But I could then take my next turn to retreat. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna stay where I am and
Okay.
try and pull.
Okay. Make me an athletics check.
Bad.
I was like, oh.
This is like the worst as a group we've rolled.
Did they move on?
Acrobatics, you said?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Strength based.
Okay.
So
6.
6. Again, it makes sense. You are fully caught in the time dilation at this point.
Yeah.
You are moving very slowly. It's difficult for you to get the force times mass times acceleration going on.
We try
The
it.
mass times acceleration that you need to get this force. You've got the mass you always have, but the acceleration is different.
It's gone.
So you are slowly pulling at this while Priya is pulling at it behind you. But again, that's going to make a difference with the DC. Every new person pulling on the rope is lowering the DC to pull these guys out. So that's Priya, I believe. Sorry, that's Aoife. It's Heath. Heath, you next.
Okay, what do I see?
You see.
Let's open the box.
Yes!
Just like-
Do you already have inspiration?
I do,
Yes!
Love a rumbling stone door reveal.
I also went out in the sun for like the first time in forever, and I literally got sunburnt just picking dandelion.
Oh.
It's insulting how easily sunburn happens in the spring.
It is so
I enjoy the sun so much.
because
and then
it's
I'm
so like you don't feel like it's there because it's nice and cool.
Yeah.
The wind's on your face, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do yoga out here in my yard, and now I'm sunburned. Okay. Hold up, I have a map for this.
Oh gosh.
She had a 7 or a 6.
I love it. I feel like the dice are telling the story.
Athletics? Okay.
Oh, wrong one.
Who's our resident strong person?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
One of these two.
My strength
There's
is
not
10.
really a
always be
big
strong.
strong
Pretty
person.
Yeah, her strength is 14.
Mine is 10.
I'm
I
11.
don't think my
So
raw strength is that high.
Yeah,
No,
who-
it's not. It's
What all would you be able to see?
I just
Basically,
assumed
all of us
there.
dump strength.
I don't know.
Yeah.
None of us are strength-based
Oh, what is that?
characters.
Athletics
Aaron, come here.
plus.
I think of myself as strong because I can turn into a bear.
I can see shit.
You can be strong.
Yeah,
It
I
is wise as a druid who can shape change into bigger things to not prioritize the physical
You
stats.
see this.
That?
You are looking from in here, so you can't see this. You can't see what's in this room. You see in here, and you see more going on
Did we pull them at all?
this way.
A little bit.
Track
No,
Not
I
no.
know.
We tried.
Where-
She
so
said
where am
each
I?
of us
So you're
Where's-
standing-
are lower in DC.
Yeah, where's the edge of the
Oh,
map?
nice.
You're standing down
Not
here.
successful.
Okay.
Right, this is
Do you still have your
the
dice
thing
rerolls?
that's-
I think
Okay, no,
Right.
so we got
Round
it.
for me.
So
We have 3 rounds
So
when
you
they
get
start
technically 3 changes.
So you're
I'll
seeing
get out of it.
partially
Oh,
into
then
the-
I'll
When
ready
my
to go to
action
pull.
to pull
and
Oh,
then
yeah,
you're
yeah, I'll
in
play
here
full
and
shit.
partially
with everyone
into this
else.
hallway.
And then
So
we
I
can
was
just
trying to
ready
say-
to
Yeah.
the last
Oh,
person
that's
has
how
to
they
go.
get
And then
started.
we
Oh, that's what you're
Gotcha.
Yeah.
what you
It's
see.
easier, I believe.
Guys,
We also just have to get us far enough that we can swim again.
Right, until you can move.
there's a room.
Okay.
It's like, what?
There's a room in here.
There's a time bubble out here. And water.
He believes in you guys so much. He's just like, they got it.
I got
Somebody
distracted.
who knows ETH better. A room. What does that mean? Why is it important enough to yell about?
That means a fucking room. What do you mean?
Why are you investigating a room?
Will you turn your fucking head and look at the fucking room?
I'm trying to save our friend right now.
Oh, really?
Can I? Okay, wait. But I am paranoid.
Nor very slowly begins to roll his
Oh my god, it takes forever to happen.
The slowest eye roll that history has ever known.
Beat.
Oh,
Could
those
you
are amazing.
elaborate a little more? Oh,
I don't want to leave. There's a lot of it.
a lot of what?
A lot of room, apparently.
Is it the snake pit? Is it?
Is it the snake pit?
Is it
not
the?
the snake pit.
Is it the? Cat keeps treasury? What? Is it another?
Headcanon, she has ADHD. Officially.
We need to. I can't answer your question yet. We've got to go in there, but fucking Kazoon.
What are you doing for your turn, my guy?
I don't know. I guess.
Is there any light in that room or just like a pitch black?
No, there's light.
There's light?
There's some light.
Sort of the same light that you guys. Oh, that's a great question.
I was wondering that myself.
You
He's
could
the
always
only
hold
one
it
who can't
until
see.
we're-
Yeah, you can't see shit. Hold up.
That's a room. It's very dark.
Him yelling this makes so much sense now. Also, him not helping makes so much sense. He's like, I can't see shit. What do you want me to do?
I mean, I thought it was at least somewhat lit.
There is light from further down the
Is it just like darkness, but I see a light at the end of the tunnel?
You see light coming. You know the room that you could partially see into.
Sure.
You see a light coming from in that room. Otherwise, you just see what looks like another parallel tunnel.
Alright, do I hear anything that indicates that the room itself, or like the wall will be closing at any time?
Ooh, great question. You can go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm gonna use my dice for roll.
Fucked it up. Well, I doubled what I had previously, but doubling 2 gets it 4. 7!
You don't know how weird
Doors work?
doors work.
Certainly.
You don't know if it's going back up or not. What you gonna do, buddy?
Not today.
Not being able to talk is frustrating.
I'm sorry. You can talk to Aoife.
Well,
yeah.
Can you talk back?
Aoife has detect thoughts on right now, so whatever
yeah,
is
so-
running through
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you say,
yeah.
she can hear.
Okay.
No, because she's out of 30 feet now. No, she's
No,
not.
not.
She
I
didn't move.
stayed. That's why I stayed there,
Yeah,
so that I
yeah.
could still be within range of you.
Okay. I'm going
Like
to.
a G. Like a true friend.
Because he's gonna think to Aoife, tell him the room is still going to be there until.
She's gonna say it out loud. She's not even gonna say it in the mind. She's gonna be like, Kazoon says that the room is not going anywhere.
But
Which is really more like Kazoon says as
you can say it faster
She would have
mentally.
said it mentally. Yeah.
Okay, I guess what I'll do is I'll turn around and
going anywhere.
We made clowns of the Black Scarf. The sewer is
The
now
sewer made
making
clowns of you.
Everyone is a clown in
I
turn. This is Day Say's Great Wheel.
What's the rule on jumping? I need a 10-foot head start, which I assume that I can get.
Yeah, with a
Here.
10-foot head start, you can leap up to your strength score.
Okay, strength
So if your strength score is 10, you could leap 10 feet.
Okay.
Unless you do step with wind, at which point you can leap
double my
20
thing to
feet.
20 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
Are there any actual bridges across? Like, is this an actual bridge across
I'm
further back?
conceiving of that as a sort of like a raised portion beneath the water.
Okay.
At this point, it would be
But still,
unsubmerged because the water isn't flowing that way anymore and hasn't been for a hot minute. So
Okay.
I think I could just get there anyway, so I'm gonna take 5 steps in,
okay,
or 5 feet step in, whatever, and then fucking jump with Step of the Wind to get my ass across, and that would be my bonus action with the key point, which means I have my action left to help pull rope.
step of the wind does not.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying you take 5 feet back so that you can run
Yes,
10 feet
so then I
forward.
can
Nice.
run 10
Dude, that's
feet
that's a legit thing we do. It's like, let me take a few steps
Yes.
back and run
You do?
forward. Epic, epic. We love
And
that.
if you
Yeah.
do that on like in that chronomancer spell, you're gonna look like a fantastic, like in slow motion.
Yeah, well, I'm on the edge of
jumping
it. Yeah.
and landing.
I'm
Okay,
not-
you
not
land.
in
You're
the
gonna help
slow
out with the
The
rope.
tugging, yes.
All right, make me an athletics check.
Okay, well, let's hope I roll better than I fucking
What was
did.
that,
And
boy?
all the rest of us know.
That's my goal.
We're just waiting. We're waiting.
Yeah.
It's waiting for you. It's like I
That's
have
my
but one
goal.
master.
10!
I hope so much that you get a natural.
That would be so
I got my
incredible.
inspiration. I got
I
my
am-
dice reroll.
He's proficient, he's proficient with rope, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a 10.
Okay, with 10, that's 2 people at the end of this rope. But you feel the rope cinch on the other side of Kazun and Nor and sort of tighten around them. It doesn't, I say cinch, but it doesn't like, right, because the ice is holding it in place, but it has moved to where it is now tight around them and beginning to
Now we can
pull
really
taut
start
in their
doing
direction.
work,
Yeah, absolutely. So that's 1, 2, 3 people on the rope right now.
Yep.
That's Heath's turn.
That brings up to
That brings
And
it up
also,
to
we did a
Jeremy.
rope check 6 times in like 2 sessions before when we got in, and nobody passed that rope check at that time as well.
You were the rope
yeah,
master.
yeah.
Yeah.
Us are
That
He's
rope,
like,
that
this
rope is
rope
mine.
answers to me
Okay,
alone.
Where's
You got that
the
rope
doorknobs?
from the
Like, we
globe?
just need some doorknobs and this will be all solved.
Proficient in
This
rope.
is legit like the elven rope from Lord of the Rings. You got this rope from the Gloam, and it's like
Her
the
father.
elven rope from Lord of the Rings that just like, it has its own
It answers
personality.
to one master.
So it's coming for the rope.
Alright, let's see it.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, okay.
Dice reroll.
You got a dice reroll, come on.
And the other one. Finally something. Is it athletics check, right?
Yeah.
It's dirty 20.
Oh,
This time.
yes!
Took a little bit of
So I'm
effort, but
just
we got it
pulling
there.
that rope and just yell if we got your boyfriend covered.
I'd like to imagine mentally there's just a giant question mark that just got sprayed out to everybody.
No, not you. Except
Oh, so yeah.
you. That
Oh
was
yeah,
good,
well her question mark was sent out to everybody.
her mental
Oh,
question
okay.
mark.
She
Okay,
just
so
mentally question
DC
marked.
dropped by 5 with each person who was on that rope with a roll of a dirty 20. All 4 of you together. Wait, 5. Brian's on it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
He didn't grab
no,
on.
he
didn't
ran
forget.
back.
he
Yeah,
just
He was
back.
preparing
So
to.
all 4 of you together yank on this rope and manage to pull them 10 feet out. It is so much harder than you feel like it should be. Almost like you're pulling against time itself. But you manage to draw them out of the center of that point where time literally and figuratively stood still. When that happens, there is you feel like a snap around you, and there is a sudden as the entire bubble collapses.
Called it.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Dex saves from everybody. You guys.
Yay.
No.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah.
Oh!
Good save. Good save.
I literally couldn't see it in my dice tray.
The comfort, the soothing, the right here, right, honey.
It's okay. It's okay.
Guys, it was a 2.
Oh yeah.
Is that a 2?
That's better than not 1.
Hey, you doubled.
It does save you from catastrophe.
It does save me
does.
from catastrophe.
It's not failure.
Listen, I
Dex
don't know how to
save
swim.
15.
15.
17.
17.
Run around water.
Kazoon, he's like, I'm on it. At the minute this
I've had an hour to prepare for this.
Yikes, okay.
I was the one who
I
won. This is
I'll
gonna
help
happen. Be ready for it.
Yeah, this was in. Oh yeah, so once this happens, water will break.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm prepared.
Yes. 4. Okay.
23.
23.
20.
20.
Also 17.
17. All right. So just for each.
This my headcanon is that she wouldn't really know how to swim. Like she's
Yeah,
never
She's
been
used to
around
being
water.
fish when she was.
Yeah, no, she doesn't know how to be a fish
can't
yet.
turn into
There's no
fish.
bodies
Yeah.
of water in the globe. So she's just like, cool, what do we do now, guys?
Just let it
All
happen.
right. Give me a second.
Going
Give me
floppy
a
on the
second.
rope. Is that to keep a hold of the
No,
rope, or is it just to
As
keep
we
her
travel to Magma Hearth, there's going to be a montage of Brian teaching her how to swim in every body of water.
Oh my god. Just Eva doggy paddling like desperately. Like, have you ever seen those videos of toddlers being taught how to swim and they're like freaking out, and then their parent will like turn them and like have their feet touch the ground and then they stop.
Or it's like the parent is holding them up, so
Oh,
they're
yeah.
literally not even like really in the water,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like.
You're never losing it.
Or dogs
Now-
being taught.
now
how to
just
swim. That's also
imagine-
very funny.
Keith's old interpretation of her scary ass face while she's doggy paddling to save her life.
It's like an actual siren. Just, huh!
Also,
Okay.
somehow you have water wings. Like, that's not really fantasy.
Like some
But-
kind of like cattails or something. Limited version of water
something.
wings.
Something.
That's
Just
a puddle jumper.
All of the rest of
Magically,
you
yeah.
take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as this water hits you and bashes you into the stone and each other. Aoife, you take
This is
10.
the third fucking time that we have been.
Who was in room? Who's in room for the temporary HP?
All of y'all have
This is the
HP.
third fucking time that we have been in rushing water.
It started that way, it's gonna end that way.
Oh my
We're doing the
God.
Riverlands last, guys!
Punch the
blanket.
Just
Thank you
start
for
punching.
for the
Start
HP.
punching.
Yes!
We love it.
It's like happening again.
Yeah,
The rest of
happens
you
again.
fucking.
manage somehow to hold your spot, but Aoife gets shoved back 5, 10 feet with the first cascade of water.
She's close to us now.
She basically
Bubble's
just
gone.
crashes into you guys. The water comes through, and Aoife just gets
She's like coughing.
into all of you, but it's still coming
Yeah.
because a lot has been built up on the other side at this point. So we are. Whose turn is it?
Nor.
Nor, it's your turn.
Okay.
You are freed from the time spell.
Okay. How am I like submerged, like in the flow?
You
Okay.
are fully. The water has overtaken this entire section of the tunnel. Where you guys are at least, it's diverting off to the side where Keith has opened it. So it actually wouldn't be as bad for the rest of you. After that first wave.
We're still on the rope too, so if we get washed down, they'll just hold on to us.
Yeah, unless they all get washed down.
Yeah, Brian's like,
I got the whole squad.
Brian's
here.
gonna-
I got
Brian's
everybody
gonna
the
part
two
the
up
water.
to the rope.
Brian's like, I was made for this. Here, I got a song.
This is about to be an impromptu lesson on either not. If my plan A goes well, then no lessons necessary. If plan A goes wrong, plan B is going to be some impromptu lessons on tide riding. And it'll be great.
Just let it take.
Okay. I think actually I'm gonna hold my turn. I'm in the rope.
You can't hold your turn. You can either hold an action.
Sorry. Yes.
Or you can, if you want to, you can always move yourself later in the initiative.
Okay.
So if you want to hold your full turn and just say like, you can. I want to go after so and so.
Yeah, I will ready an action to move as I am able towards the other side where I guess the wall came down, or basically just to the left side when I am freed from the rope.
Okay.
But until then, I'm not going to attempt to do anything.
Okay.
Other than maybe, I guess, brace against the...
Awesome. I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something at the beginning of this. I had meant for Everett to be here with you guys this whole time because I said at the end of last time that he knew Finn.
Yeah.
And I was gonna have him like running alongside you guys and being like and having a whole conversation, and I completely forgot that whole thing. So I guess you guys just ran too fast for him to follow.
Right.
He was just like,
We outran Everett, who was supposed to be following
Well,
us.
we have to go back to the
Whatever.
pearl, so.
We'll be back.
Whatever.
I had forgotten. I had planned to have Everett.
Everett, guys.
Run with you guys and
Yes.
and just be like,
I
hey,
was-
what the fuck
I
are you
was
doing
thinking
here, my
about it
man?
as well.
Why didn't you say anything?
No, I just don't want to be in that, moment that we just
You're not
rush
doing
back.
anything, you can tell me.
And I was gonna ask
But I
about
forgot
the
because I had been
relationship
planning on him running with you guys. So
Okay.
now we're just gonna say that
Okay.
he was too shocked to follow with you, and you were too focused on trying to get the Zoom. So he's back there. He basically yelled, went "Hear me!" as you were running out of the door.
We've just saved ourselves a massive ass headache. Saying if
Yeah.
the room leads into the basement of the keep.
Okay, it
We have
was
an
Nor's turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ready
Okay.
to action. Yep.
Nor, make me another dex save.
Sure.
This music is badass, by the way.
Thank you. It's called Murky. It's the
nice.
lyrics are "Murky water covers all." I thought that was great.
Yeah, Murky doing a lot of work there.
Like sing.
Exactly. English language.
Also, though, a great metaphor for all the shit that's going on in Veltden right now.
14.
I love getting sassy looks from Michelle on the other side of the note taker on the other side of the table. 14.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Are they getting moved back by the water at all?
No, because they're making their dex saves. They can go with it if they want.
But then it's uncontrollable. Or
Yeah, you can choose to fail and go with the water.
I said, I mean, this is kind of a conversation between the two of us now
Yeah,
because
because
we are
we're tied
roped
together.
together.
So
But I did say I was bracing,
Don't tell me. I'm
so
gonna go over a huge waterfall.
Yeah, rocks and bottom,
Very good. Bring
most
it on.
likely.
Bring it on.
That is a hugely underrated movie.
It's
Anytime
so good.
any of you want to watch it with me,
Hell
I
yeah.
am 100% down.
So good. So yeah, I don't know if we very briefly shared a look or whatever.
It was pretty much like
That's
a,
all you could have shared.
yeah. It was pretty much that's pretty much exactly what happened. Like Kazoom, as soon as he could move again, he just turned around and started looking at the water, and you were like, "Yep." And we're like, "Hold on."
Cool. So we're both bracing.
I
That's
love
good.
the thought of that. The spell ends and Kazun goes, and here it fucking comes. Awesome. Yeah, you're probably both
Kazun swim.
braced up against the water, the wall. Most
I
of
think
you
he's about to find out.
would never have had. Again, water doesn't work in this world the way that it works in our world. So there aren't like rivers and lakes to swim in. There are mountain ice like, what are those called from?
Like
Like
ice
calderas.
flows or hot springs.
I was thinking ice flows, but I was like hot springs would be further north than not further north than you've been, but further north
Yeah.
than you live. I was thinking there are names for like when water gets trapped in a mountain that I can't remember right now, but it is a thing that I learned while I was in the Isle of Skye because I was like looking at ones. But so I'll think of that later. But more like that, right? Where something like a small lake. Where the snow melts off into spaces. So someone from the peaks would be more likely to have possibly been swimming before, or someone...
Frost wedging?
Huh?
Frost wedging?
No, but that's cool. And some of the more wealthy members of the peaks might in fact have pools and consider that an extremely, an extreme show of wealth to be able to collect water in that way. But most of you are a phenomenal swimmer. You grew up near the Riverlands, so you would have had occasion to swim if you wanted to.
Sure.
If you feel like you traveled in that direction.
I feel like that would be something that happened if like Aunt V took me around to like travel to places or whatever as like a hey, learn to swim sort of deal.
Sure.
But I wouldn't be as strong as someone from the Riverlands.
Yeah.
But
You did also swim in session 0.
yeah, in
Yeah.
session 0 I swam, and in session whatever the fuck.
At this point, you're stronger at it than you
Yeah,
were.
I've gotten better at
You're
it,
definitely getting better.
especially when it's getting swept away.
But like you, I don't know that you would have had occasion, and depending on even Noor's experience, I don't like.
I'm sure there's like underground lakes and stuff, but it's not something that Kazum would have ever probably
Sought
went
out.
to.
Yeah, for sure.
I just feel like they would probably monopolize.
So the
Who are
amount of
non-swimmers?
time that you
It's
guys
you
have
four?
spent in water
Almost all
is
of it.
very unusual for your
Me and the Riverlands
actual
boy
life
being good
experience.
at swimming.
I feel like I'm
No, just
like
just there we go.
I've been in pools. I've probably floated before.
It's like a high five.
And
I
like
see.
maybe
Yeah, yours are more like baths.
Yeah, baths. Basically, yeah. Like I've been in an indoor pool that doesn't really prepare you for swimming in a river or lake or ocean.
My swimming montage has just expanded.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
three and a half of us know how to swim.
I mean, we can get mouse in the ring. That means we're gonna get only 2 people to just get.
She can't turn back into the
I'm all,
You got it.
She's all out.
You and I
Also,
just
she wouldn't be able to
telekinetically
swim in
shove
the
each
No,
other
I
back
just-
and
I
forth.
Oh, I love that. Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
stand up.
So that was Noor's turn.
Yes.
We have done this before.
Yeah, that's why.
We're experienced. We can drag people.
We're back
And
up
also,
to
there's
Brian.
no worms.
This is
Right,
stuff.
yeah, this is familiar.
You're all. I love that you're all connected on a rope right
We
now,
are also-
except for Brian too.
true.
Like it's just the
he's
original, the
officially
OG
red, so.
group.
This is your shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
I am gonna use shape water again,
actually not
and
his
right in front of me. I'll probably pull Aoife back, right behind me, so I can be the front, like barricade to this water that's hitting us. And I'm going to shape water and change
Which
its
one are
flow.
you?
I'm this one.
That one? Okay.
Okay.
Are you turning into Moses?
So like that.
A little bit, and all the water that's coming from that's hitting the side of this wall, I'm just going to direct sideways on this one, like hard curve. So we have one spot that's consistently just
Yeah. Which
Like a-
direction are you curving
away
into?
from the wall. So it'll just be hitting like
Just
this.
that way. Yeah.
And it's already rushing down, so I'm mostly just, it's like almost putting like a barricade up
Yep,
on a
yep.
slant,
I'm with you.
and then I'm just gonna push everyone else back up against the wall,
Okay.
Kronk style, and keep doing this until it settles a lot more.
Alright, I love it.
That's plan A. And then bonus action, I will.
I think your bonus action is push everyone up against the wall. If
Okay,
you're
then-
actually
then
playing-
I'm
was
just gonna
that
gesture.
Flavor or okay?
It was
okay.
just- it was
So
flavor.
just
They don't have
flavor,
to do
nothing
it. Yeah,
mechanical. Got it. Bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action, I'm gonna, and you're gonna see a little fin rise up from the water. And then
Sewer sharks.
yes,
Sharks. Oh,
and then I'm like, oh, I'm really glad he got in here in time. It took him a minute to swim up all the nasty ass water, but anyone who can't swim really well, feel free to grab a fin, and this little land shark is gonna crawl out.
Aoife immediately reaches out.
I'll share pictures here.
I'm so excited.
This is my first time getting to summon a creature of the sea.
I know this isn't a little
The
weird.
creature of the sea doing a lot of work again. Words are doing heavy lifting today.
Hear you.
If C stands for crap.
Does the shark have a name?
Yes.
It will have a
asking real
name.
questions.
Yeah, I will consider that. I have it somewhere.
Steve.
Not a broke.
Oh, after Steve Irwin.
Well, sure, but also alliteration.
Steve the shark.
I've got a name if you don't have one.
What do you got?
Bruce.
No, I'm not doing Bruce again. This is a whole different canonic of how sharks act.
No, it's not. This is my
This is
campaign.
my shark!
You decided that sharks exist in this universe just now.
He's a land shark. I'll show you. I'm sending pictures.
Okay, that
but that's
is
it. That's my
Brian's turn. Kazoon, make me a dex save.
14.
14.
And-
Okay.
So, we're tied together right now. If one of us fails,
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
okay.
You knock your head against Nora's head.
Should I make it a
Or
hammer?
his hip.
I'm imagining Kazoon floating higher. So they're actually like shoulder to shoulder.
The water starts moving and Zoom sinks down and like
Nora's like holding him like a
Yeah.
toddler.
So I'm just going to hold my action.
Okay.
If we get pulled down, I'm just going to telekinetically shove Nor back towards the wall so that he gets into that safe area if we get that far.
Okay. Awesome. Priya, you're next. Currently, you are standing behind Brian, who is redirecting the water down the thing. There is a land shark next to you.
that one's scarier.
I mean,
It
we're
is
still
scary. I like it.
pulling the rope up, so he's managing to get them closer to us.
How
No
far
matter
we
what
can
he
pull the
actually
rope?
looks like, that's how he
What is
feels.
the max?
Okay,
It's
alright.
the
I'm gonna
max that we
send
can pull.
the first one, and then I'm
like-
gonna send that one as
It would
even
be
POV.
if you
That's
wanted
how
to
he
use your full
perceives it.
movement
Yeah.
for it.
Just
You can pull him 30 feet. Yep.
Alright, I think I'll pull him because we don't need Kazoon to keep making death saves. We need
Yes.
to get him out of this water.
Yeah. He's not making death saves.
Okay.
He's making
Dex.
death
Oh, so you
saves.
said death
Yeah.
save, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I heard you say that. I thought you were making a joke.
I'm so confused.
You're like, I thought we saved him.
I thought they were out of it.
Yeah, totally fair.
Okay, it is like 30 feet. You're 30 feet away from
I mean, I guess. I guess our objective is to get over here once we get everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Once we
the
survive
water
the way
will
water.
the water will even out
Yeah,
eventually.
we can probably just wade out the water and then get to the room easily enough without.
Oh, like a
getting
bullet.
Yeah.
And you posted your land shark.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tiberius.
He's so cute.
Isn't he? Alright, 15. Just pull the rope.
Oh,
You gotta
Thank you.
You had that ready for
Well,
when
they
you said that.
they discussed it amongst themselves and then.
Okay.
It's so good though.
You have to consult me when you want to introduce animals to a universe. You can't just be like, there are land
I will
sharks.
send you all the things later. I had to find a way because it has land speed. It's just very slow. And I was like, it's got to be able to go on
You have to
land.
find a way to what?
Make sense that it could move on land. Sharks can't move on land.
Wait, what stat block are you pulling up?
You didn't need to have this animal in the thing. You're just deciding.
I need a creature of the sea.
That's a different thing.
Like,
A creature of the water is different from I need a
but
land shark.
But I want it needs to be medium, and it has to be able to move on land.
Why?
Because that's the stats I have.
What stat?
So I'm using
It's,
this is my beast matcher feature to summon
Okay.
a beast companion.
Yeah.
And whenever I summon it, I can choose to do either a land companion, an air companion, or a sea companion.
Right.
The sea companion is a medium creature that also can move on land. It's just very slow.
has to be a creature that can also move on land?
No, it just has the stats. Like in the stats, it's got like a 60-foot swim speed and a 10-foot land speed. I'm like, so I'm trying to make it make sense to move in land.
So it's like
So rather than try to justify like an octopus,
Right. Or an alligator.
This is cooler.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're getting to the truth of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's both.
to be fair, magical world, walking sharks, maybe not the
I'm not
worst thing.
saying that it can't exist. I'm just saying you should ask the DM before you start making up animals.
If you want anything else,
Now I
you can do
gotta
whatever
make
else.
it make sense. What? I'm sorry. I'm just over here having a slight world builder meltdown, like a world builder crash out. Like,
No, you know what happened?
how do I make this make sense in the world?
What is the etymology? Is not the right word. What is
I've
the
got other
the
creatures I
genome
could
or-
maybe use.
How did the thing evolve?
I'm literally like, I was sitting here and my
How
brain
did
was
that
going,
shark
what
evolve?
land is this from? And I was just like, I don't fucking know.
Okay,
It's like, you know how like people
Think about that. I can quick rationale.
we're in the sewers. I need an amphibious creature. Sewers, amphibious creature. Sewers, amphibious creature. Land shark.
No, this is what happens when
If you've got an amphibious creature that would live in these sewers, I will take that and hands down.
He's
Easy
making
clickbait.
the point that there's a whole thing about alligators in the sewers.
Yeah. I didn't take that extra step. I only took the step that sharks are definitely not in the sewer.
But land sharks can
You
be.
say, you say, how do shark
Alligator is a
Square
perfect
peg.
choice, actually, because
It's an alligator.
oh, we're gonna make this one an alligator. We're
How
making
does
Tiberius
square
will
peg
make you
equal
show another day.
Wait,
Carve the hole.
yeah, just good legs. Yeah.
here's how you justify it.
I will bring
Too many
Tiberius back.
kids got baby sharks as pets for Christmas.
Right.
They threw them down the outhouse holes.
And
And
radioactive legs.
Sharks.
Radioactive legs.
they were, you know,
This is really a question for our working. Why are sharks such a common present in this land?
There was a merchant who thought he could
Nowhere
make a
near
killing.
the fucking ocean to
Woo!
have sharks too.
You had all now been brought into my crash out. The minute he said this, I just, my brain short circuited. I went,
From where?
But then the sewers are very polluted, so they mutated and grew legs. You know?
You know, around Easter when they have all those ads about, hey parents, like you might think it's cute to buy your kid like a baby chick or a baby bunny, but they're like a real responsibility. There's just a land shark holiday. It's like, don't buy your children land sharks.
They're like goldfish if you keep them in a small cage, they stay small.
There's no
But
such
then
thing
when they
as a
get into the
teacup
sewers,
land
they just
shark.
get gross.
They grow into full-size land shark.
They started this thing first. But it won't be long.
They made with exactly.
I have a question. Is the shark like confused and be shocked also? Like he's like,
why do I exist?
Why is existential?
Why am I?
He exists for you.
Why?
Exists for even to love of God.
Oh, okay. He exists for you, but whose fucking turn is it?
It's fucking.
That was
sharks too.
my turn. It's
That was
Tia's
Tia's
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
She pulled them 30 feet towards you guys. So y'all are 30 feet. You have now rushed with the water towards them. You are no longer being
Alright.
submerged by and surrounded in water. Thanks
Okay,
to
so
your friend.
everybody, the whole
So
gang
everyone
is
is over here. Now, what are we doing?
That is a good question.
get up against the wall.
Would you please go get me a couple Tylenol? Thank you so much.
Up against the wall as Kasim was redirecting the water away from the wall, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we would
yeah.
see that this is better. To
And there's a
just
giant alligator.
we've retconned to alligator.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't make land shark work,
Yeah,
man.
I need an alligator with a fin strapped to his back.
And I will make it make sense.
It's got a
already
mutated.
in my head.
It's got a mutated fin. Thank you.
Oh boy. So it's just a very sickly looking alligator.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The group. In this world, alligators have fins because alligators are basically land sharks. I mean,
Retconning the land shark. We're not retconning the fin.
you said
No.
you see a fin.
It could be a growth.
I also said you see a land shark.
It could be a growth. Who knows?
But if we retcon it doesn't make. Your retconning doesn't make sense.
Maybe the fin is just like a piece of trash. It's just like a piece of trash that was.
Stop asking me to make things make sense that don't make any sense. I can't do it anymore.
Okay. It's Aoife's turn.
So are we still in turn order?
Are we?
Yes.
Alright,
Okay.
well... honestly, I think she'd be like, what, are we headed over there now? What are we doing, guys? I don't...
Unless you want to swim, we just wait for the water to pass.
Okie dokie.
That seems like a good life choice.
That's fair.
Then I hunker down and wait.
Alright. I will drop us out of initiative order then. And we will say that as the water is rushing past, Brian continues to move it in an arc around all of you. The gator shark floats next to you. And
Snake.
until the water dissipates, which it does pretty quickly. It now has 2 directions to go. And once more, all is still, and the water is flowing normally. And Kazun, you have been saved from sewer drowning.
Before anybody says anything, I think Kazun and Nor will probably start prestidigitating everybody.
I figured
And
that
everything,
was...
every surface around us, we're just like,
Love that.
Aoife does the, like, morning symbol of day just with the water as it passes.
Wow. Hate that. Hate all that.
We're all just get out of here.
After
Okay.
laughing so hard, it's hard because I have to be angry now.
You don't have to be angry.
Heath is angry. I don't know.
He could have lost the anger in the
Yeah,
sewage
I mean,
flood.
sometimes
And then
the world distracts us from anger.
The 20-minute sprint, then the mad sewage, then the
Sure.
surprise door.
I think the surprise door is what would have done it most of all.
I'm gonna retcon one more time and say it is a particularly large snake because there's already headcanon that snakes exist down here.
She's
So that makes sense. So
That's
it's
true.
just gonna be like a big anaconda snake.
A large
style.
I like that.
Ooh, that's very cool. I like that too.
did
I
you
will
retrieve
decide
it
what
from the
color
snake
soon.
pit?
I've seen
Snake
2
pit.
that I like already. I like this one.
That's good.
2 things, Brian. Is that one yours? Pointing to the snake.
Mm-hmm. He's just gonna slither up my arm.
Love how
And
it's
then,
just
like,
such a
almost
non-issue
scarf
that you're
around-
Not, you're just like
Aoife casts
and
Around
that
my neck and then like kind of hover.
Second question, or second thing. Give me one good fucking reason why we shouldn't just burn that piece of fucking paper.
Because we went through a lot to get it.
It's not a good enough answer. Why the fuck should we keep it around if somebody sings the fucking notes and people start clawing at the fucking ground?
Yeah, well, I don't intend to sing the notes again now that I know that.
And what happens if
Josh
you
is
fucking lose it?
What
Great fucking song to
I don't
sing.
lose my shit.
Aoife is just gonna start telepathically explaining the events of the last hour or 2 to Kazun.
To give a little bit more of a picture in your mind of what she said, when they start, so what's his face, Brian, Nor, and a couple of musicians started, well, Nor didn't, he was just in the room, but they started recreating this song that Brian
This would
knew.
be from here.
Because Brian was asking them to transcribe it. He wanted to be able to have it written down. And in the singing of it, they got caught up in the song, and it started drawing people into its lull. And any who didn't pass their wisdom saves mechanically, people started clawing at the floor or finding water to try to get into. And a couple people, that's how a couple people drowned.
I cannot convey to you
Oh.
how the music she
It
had
was.
playing.
Oh my god.
My heart was racing for almost an hour straight.
Also,
It was so stressful.
Constantly.
Finn was playing like
fingernails on wood.
Oof.
Like it was.
Yes,
it was very.
it was so
Such
cool.
a
Yeah.
good, awful touch.
I'll play it for you right now.
awful.
Yeah, and then for a little while, I was trying to like bite people and snap them out of it, and I kept rolling low, so it didn't work, and things kept getting worse.
It was rough. Yeah, Nor had to ice everybody
I'm
out.
stressed thinking.
Right, you still haven't answered the question. What do we hope to gain with this knowing the fucking notes? Because if you try to show this or test things out, people are going to go fucking crazy again.
Yeah, this isn't a we thing, this is a me thing. And if you want to make it a we thing, then we can talk about it. But now is really not the time.
If you fucking...
I'm not going
It's-
to randomly start singing this around you.
So why don't we just give that paper to Priya to keep it in safe?
Well,
You
no, I intend to not give this to anyone else.
If you,
To Heath's credit, it is dangerous.
if you fucking sing or whistle so much as a single fucking note, I will fucking phone you. Now, the fucking
So your
room...
entrails become your extras, your
Yes.
insides will be your X-Side.
Very possibly. Now, the fucking room, as I point to the room, I think requires our attention.
Will someone take that box off there, please?
And I will trudge my way.
To
Wait.
trudge.
Yes.
Cousin's like, we just got clean.
Peter, what if we put some kind of earplugs and all cover our ears? Once we start singing, are we gonna get it?
He's not gonna sing the fucking
No,
song.
let's say there's like 20 people in the room.
Don't
I-
even
I-
fucking think about it.
We are not testing that at the moment.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to test
I
that.
like the creativity of
Yeah,
that thought, though.
right.
That was a creative thought.
Very siren.
Let's pick up some beeswax.
They're very Odysseus, yeah.
Okay, before we do anything, let's catch each other up. Like, let's slow down a second and figure out what's going on. So-
Stop.
I was playing it for Josh.
Traumatized now.
So, Flint, when you said my boyfriend was in danger, do you care to elaborate on what you meant?
You meant Kazu,
And
right?
I just turn Heath.
Kazoo.
I was gonna look at
What?
you.
I mean, you guys.
How long have I been frozen here?
Yes, you already have inspiration.
I mean,
no, I do.
That dance?
at the dance, right?
In
What-
Glow.
What
The
about
dance.
the dance?
Well, you wanted to dance with him, and then we thought you guys are.
I would have also wanted to dance with you, but y'all were off on your whispering to each other.
I don't remember such a
I don't even like to dance.
thing. I know, but you told me that.
I thought that's what I thought. I thought she was into him.
And it didn't make sense at that time, but now I don't know.
What?
So you guys are not
You
together.
don't need to dig on Kazoon like
Can
that, but
can I make a history check or something to like retroactively notice how much she was hanging around Vale and piece together things?
Yes, you can, but you were drunk, so give it to me at disadvantage.
He was
I would
drunk and
argue
you
that
were
I wasn't
sleepy.
drunk, but I was also exhausted.
Yeah.
I wanted to roll as well. Can I roll?
Yep.
Let's see. Is it history check?
Please be high. Please be
Well,
high
history
wherever
check,
you
history
are.
check.
So excited!
16 minus 16.
Wait, what am I
What's
rolling?
yours?
History?
16.
Yes.
Fuck, I should have said something else. Is it history or insight?
I should have said something else. Was it insight? Wink, wink.
Or you missed.
An ability to go back and
And you're trying to remember.
I'm trying to...
I'll let it be insight.
Woo! Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 at
Otherwise-
disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 17 and an 18. That was why I
Yeah.
squealed
Oh,
in
that's-
delight.
that's nice.
It would be history, though. What would it be if it was history?
17.
Oh, yo, that's way worse. Sorry, it's not way worse. It's just the difference between your history and your insight surprised me. Was all I was saying.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Well, history is...
Yeah, those are
So
both
those are
those are both good. What'd you get?
16.
16. Yeah. As you're sitting
I
here
thought
questioning
she
yourself,
was cheating.
looking back with sober eyes on the memories of that you were having when you were drunk, you were starting to piece together more information than you were piecing together that night.
Oh.
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
I was waiting. I was looking at you. I'm like, yes, please do it.
I got you.
And Priya's like, how can anyone be this alone?
Trent just like,
Priya has stopped every interconnection in this group.
So there's not like any threat to the globe.
Nobody is more confused right now than Kazun and
And
Eva.
So there's not any threat to the globe or anything?
No more than what we're causing.
That's very
Right.
That was so good.
So, you failed.
Guys, can
now
we,
is
can we
not the
focus
time.
on
Agreed.
That makes so much more sense.
After an entire arc of Heath rolling and missing all of the signs, it's just so beautiful.
What are we talking? The fucking room.
Do you have inspiration?
No,
You
I
deserve
don't.
it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, he already has an inspiration. I was gonna say for
Okay.
clocking that we were both gonna go. Oh.
I gave it to you, right?
Oh my God! Have you guys seen the video of it's Carl Urban and I don't remember. I don't know the actor's name, but they had an interview with somebody and they were like,
Chris Pine.
no. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
I was just thinking Star Trek. That was the first thing that came to mind.
Well,
okay.
he is in Star Trek.
You guys, yeah, I know. He's Bones. So he says the room. Do you all head in that direction?
No.
Okay.
I'm like,
Because it's like, I need more answers.
not the room. Not the room. Let's catch up first. How did everything go at the Valley Garden?
Oh, that's what she said.
Eva told me
yeah.
about the song. Okay, what happened with the pearl? Did you get the pearl?
We're working on it. We've got.
We have the promise.
We're gonna pay for the 5 pearls with a piece of paper that you have. One of the notes about had Laura Leah's name on it, and
The message to Drayton?
yes,
Okay.
someone has agreed to pay us for that in 5 pearls.
Although on that topic, if there's any way we could duplicate that, that would be
Right.
great.
To give a copy, not the original.
And also, I have a question as well. The
Okay.
moment that I found you, you've been looking for up, and you look like you found something.
Unfortunately, no. I was trying to make contact with Hami, but the spell interfered. I try again from here. Can I make contact now?
If he opens his book,
Wait.
if he touches his book, I'm making space.
Out of this.
Look.
And I thought you found it. Was it keep that we found? Like
The keep, yeah.
the keep?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we found a keep, and then
We're
the
basically
magic
underneath
just-
it.
Oh, okay.
God, the room.
Do you try again to connect with Hombi?
Yeah.
Okay, so you connect with Hombi.
Okay. And, yeah, I can see through his eyes, so I can see
Yeah,
where he's
but
at.
he acts as sort of his own
Mhm.
figure, right?
Yeah, I
So-
can communicate with him. Like, I can telepathically, like, communicate with him, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So he is currently huddled, hiding underneath a dresser. It's 120 feet, right? Or a mile.
it's like 100 feet.
Okay. Yeah, it's a mile. A mile was a different thing
To see is an
to see from his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking out at feet clattering, booted feet clattering back and forth. And the sound of voices that seem to be searching for something.
searching for something?
The general tumult of the voices are, let me think, what sort of things would you be hearing?
Do you need a minute?
No. You hear someone say, "Report, what have you found?" "Sir, we've searched below in the cellars, we've searched above, we've searched every room in the keep, we've disturbed all of the guests, we can't find the source of it, wherever it's coming from. We don't know." "Well, something tripped the alarm. Move out and find it. It's in here somewhere."
So after a moment of Kazuna just being like, "Oh yeah," and then like you just see like his eyes glaze over for a second, and then he just pops back in a few seconds later, and he's like, "They know we're here. Humby is inside the keep. He's able to hear some guards telling. Apparently we tripped some sort of alarm. I
So
should
they
have seen
know
this
we're
coming.
here, or they know someone's here?
They know someone's here."
Was Reginald with Homie?
Yeah, Reginald's with Homie. He's standing in front of Homie.
Oh.
The little thumbtack sword.
Yeah, a little thumbtack sword. They are in their. If you're still looking in, you hear them say, "Sweep every corner. They could be invisible. Kill every animal. Whatever you have to do," and that is why you get the sense that Homie is hiding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll just telepathically message him back again, like, stay hidden. If you can get out now, go ahead. And yeah, and then I'll kind of just break the connection and focus on these people. Hopefully him and Reginald can make it out. And then, well, I guess that pretty much negates our ability to do a stealth entrance, so I think the portal might have to wait until we're finished here. I think we might need to go ahead and do this. So the keep is directly above us right now. I'm guessing the room that Heath is obsessed with over here is probably just a secret entrance into the underground area. Based on the fact that the guards were confused and looking everywhere. They think we could be invisible, but they did not seem to have searched down here, or they would have found us. So they may not even be aware of this basement area.
I would say you also could see, I was looking to see what else you might have been able to see through Homie's eyes. You see across the floor, your vision is mostly obscured, but you can see a gate leading to another room, and directly in front of you, just the bottom edge of what looks like an iron vault door.
Okay.
Well, let's go see where this room goes, and then we can maybe
I don't have a map.
go from there.
Okay.
And I will lead the way into the room.
With your terrible eyes.
Priya, can you give him dark vision?
Yes.
Can you?
Yeah, tonight.
Isn't that a channel divinity?
I already used my channel.
It's not channel.
It's not channel divinity.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
I can
What
do
is it?
one
It's
per
a spell?
long rest.
Oh, it's just one. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
a
an
trait.
ability she has.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love that for you.
Last like an hour, I think.
You can do it to multiple people
Yeah,
too.
it's 1 hour. Yeah, 4 people.
All the rest of us
Yeah,
have
but
dark
everyone
vision.
else
Yeah.
can see it. So
Yeah, but it
Yeah, but
makes
it's
it longer
300
if you
feet.
have
Oh,
it.
that's true, yeah.
I would love that.
Oh, to increase.
Yeah, I mean it's
120.
300 feet of dark vision.
Oh,
How
I
many
remember
people
this
can you get to?
conversation. I can see better
How many
than
can you
everyone.
get
for
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Probably makes sense. You, and you.
Sure.
I think you and I have the highest perception as far as I'm aware.
Right. Yeah.
I'm figuring you,
Aoife has high.
just for
Yeah, mine's pretty high.
30.
you know, rune detection, that kind of.
Before we go in, I'm going to ritual cast detect magic also. So for at least the first few minutes, I'm detecting magic as we do it in here.
Okay. Hold up. I need some things to cover things.
Does your snake have a name?
I wrote him in. His name is Sadius.
Sadius.
Because he's a snake?
Because he's a snake.
Hey!
I appreciate Sadius, though he is entirely a sick son of a bitch. There are parts of him I'm like, I respect.
While you're setting things up, this is the video I was referencing.
Whether that be like your bed to Five Guys, or where would you choose? You teleport with your
Our bed to Five Guys?
Oh, that's
me,
it.
I would do one
That's
bedroom
awesome.
straight to a Five Guys. That's where I
What's a
would.
Five Guys?
Oh!
It's like a burger place.
Oh!
Like, oh.
And she goes like, you guys think that I'm gonna go to the Five Guys?
Like no judgment, yeah.
Oh, he has such a determined expression.
Oh yeah. Oh, good tough.
As we're preparing to cross,
Need something else?
Aoife introduces herself to Sadius.
And where are we?
I think that's me.
Where are we exactly?
Sadius.
Right
I'm
there?
gonna say one way I have none of the other.
Yes. So you all move into this area of the sewers.
Oh, this is a really cool map.
Thank you.
As we start to go in, Kazin is just going to be be on the lookout for anything. I should have known that their protections would extend this far. That was a terrible mistake on my part, but let's not repeat it. As we go in,
Kazun is getting his imposter syndrome back.
is there a switch on the inside of that secret door? When we come in to close it behind us? Yeah, let's close it behind us.
Very smart. Alright.
Is there any torches?
There
No.
is the light. Huh?
Did you delete my other shark?
No.
Oh, it disappeared on mine. Just the cute one.
I didn't delete anything!
I'm looking for the ones not lighting.
Not lighting?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
It's like
it's
a
just mine then. Okay.
torch, but it's not.
Like unlit
I
torches?
Yeah.
really dislike.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say unlit,
Really
but
like
I wasn't sure about
I
that.
don't accept
Yeah,
this.
and
Only this version.
I don't think you would see any yet unless you could have torch sense. But if you want to see them and light them as you go in, we can do that. It is 10 o'clock now, so we will pick up next time with you guys heading into this underground sewer room that you have discovered with Heath's fucking nat 20 observation. I will have you know, I did not plan for you guys to get in this way,
Oh, good.
but I had it
Then hopefully neither will be.
as a backup
Lumpy.
in case you pulled any bullshit, and you did.
Hey, I'm happy. I mean, hopefully we can get in and get out, and maybe we won't need distraction, or we can use it for the
paint my snake
purpose.
Aoife would have also told Kazun, part one of the deal, Lady Guinevere was the lady we made a deal with. Part one was that we would give her the piece of paper with Laura Leah's name on it for 5 pearls. Part two of the deal was that if we could find something concrete, tying Warden Lefson into the disasters or the things going on, that she would give us safe passage out of the city. We are hoping
I
that...
gotta turn Priya on.
This is one of my favorite recurring bits. The radar sound.
Well, technically this is sonar, but same difference.
Yes, sonar's even better.
Radar doesn't sound like anything.
Alright, so y'all think of how you want to approach this going into next session.
I would love if we could have at least a short rest, friends.
Yeah.
I would prefer a long rest.
I would prefer
But-
a long rest. I will accept a short rest.
Well, you were the one who was like, I'm gonna touch everybody.
I don't think we have.
Long rest is gonna be
Makes sense.
I don't think we have time for
So
a
you-
rest. They're actively searching for us.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just know I'm tapped on
It's
spells.
been an hour
Same.
since the
Same.
alarm went off.
This is not good.
Oh, being a
Oh, but one of our spells.
That's why they could say
Casters.
we've searched all the rooms.
Which is why I was like,
upstairs,
why are you
we went
healing
downstairs
everybody?
because you
Yeah.
ran to go get everyone.
I didn't know
they
the
mucked around, you ran
circumstance,
back,
and we had
you
originally
took
planned to
that's a
have
full
rest
hour
in between
of
this and
time
that.
that they've had.
We were gonna have a rest.
Peter knows that, but Brian wouldn't
Will
have.
y'all do me a quick
So I was
favor
trying to
before
play
we
him
put
true to
all the
character, you know?
minis away?
Uh-huh.
Can we put the minis back on the thing and
Oh,
take
yeah,
a
yeah.
picture?
Is
Because
this,
I love
like
that
a-
so much.
That's
black
like a-
eyes,
it's-
like bluish,
No, it's like white.
white.
Bright.
Oh,
White
oh,
outline.
you're like that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I would have, like, while we
Leave
were
your
kind
book.
of standing there and waiting for the water to abate and Nor got back over, I would have been like, I have some news.
News.
I got some information.
Oh no.
And I'm not exactly sure
Oh no.
how we should proceed. And I give him a brief summary
Of what
of what
Lady Gwen told you
Of
about.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
I've been asking.
What did
Beginning of the session.
I will read again what she said.
Okay.
Because I actually had that written down. I had no notes on Brian's song thing, but I did have other notes. I had notes. I just the notes on Brian's song were Brian's
Yeah, I
song
dropped
thing,
it.
and that was it.
Brian's
Because we were-
song thing was seared
we were
into your
discussing-
PTSD or our PTSD.
It's under the edge of the table right here. Or under the edge of the TV.
Ooh.
Where did you go, cousin?
Where did it fall?
I don't know.
Yeah, she said.
I do have people in the right places, right?
I think so.
Yes, nails.
That's Aoife, that's
Mhm,
Priya. Okay.
A noble family of the Riverlands seeks one in your party. They spare no expense in his pursuit. Already members of his old order are here and have sought him out. They lost track of you last night when your party disappeared as though by magic from the Greenbrier Inn. But they are a competent force and it will not be long before they home in on you. And now I offer knowledge as our Lord instructs. If you value your safety, cut your ties with this young man. Perhaps even return him for the reward. You face sufficient hurdles as it is, and your cause is not one to leave to chance.
Cool, so we have two groups of mercenaries
Right.
hunting us
That's
in
what I
the
was
city.
saying, because I was like,
It is time
He
for us to
chose to
GTFO.
Y'all remember when...
before, this is information that affects us all.
We're due for a reckoning.
Okay, but which one of us in particular is this reckoning about?
Isn't this
Except
just
from the
between you
Riverlands.
two?
Right, I'm
I thought we were all
whispering.
here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm whispering this.
She doesn't
before-
want Finn to know.
Right.
Okay.
that-
She doesn't want Handmaid to
Sorry,
know.
I missed that
I'm
part.
ready to know that.
No, you're good.
That I have gotten this information. So it's like, what should we do?
Yeah, I'm
Do
gonna
we
take a
include
picture.
everyone in this information?
Not before we attempt for the book. It's too distracting, and if nothing else, we need the numbers.
I agree. But should everyone be aware that there is yet another group of people that we should be on the lookout for?
Did Nor clock Everett reacting to Aramai?
I feel like we all would
I
have
feel
thought
like
I
so.
was
Was he-
planning
Yeah.
to just give him a hug and then sleeping, just like instantly, like, oh, Everett, where have you been? Because I
You
was so
fall asleep?
tired. Yeah, that's what I planned.
That is a great plan. Y'all were
But
in a
I don't know
hurry
my
on your way
relationship
out?
with Everett, by the way. We were
Yes.
friend, I assume. Okay, since he calls me Herman.
Yes, I will write you about it.
Okay.
But if you want to have run and given him a hug, you can. Otherwise, he would have just been like, "Hey!" as you ran out.
Yeah, that's the more
More like
sense
that. Okay.
right now.
So that's what happened. What's your passive perception?
I think it's 15, but I'll double check.
Yeah,
Might be
with
13.
that, you definitely would have clocked it. Even though Hermé was very focused on leaving. I think especially given that he said, like, don't call me that name in public.
Well, I was drunk.
I'm sorry, 12 passive perception.
Not as good, but I still think fair.
Yeah, you were right next to him, weren't you?
Yeah, y'all were in there together.
It's not no risk, but it's lower risk. He at least seems to have a friend.
The friend that might say, "Hey, do you know who I ran into? By the way," to another friend who may not be a friend.
How about
You remember
Mark
the
was a
people?
friend too.
Yeah.
Do you remember the people that you saw watching you guys when you came into the city that didn't fit into the
Right,
black
black
scarf?
scarves.
She's already on.
Putting pieces together.
let's maybe bend Harame's ear and see his read on it. Again, I don't want. The last thing we need is another thing to fight about right now.
Right.
Heath, no. I love people's priorities in this moment.
I know, because my other option was to go to him and be like, "As you know, I love a good secret. But in this case, when secrets are kept that endanger everyone around you, that is not quite fair. We are choosing to be in this group and such. I think we need to know variables that may cause danger. We were not very happy with Heath. We withheld the information that we may have been in danger. I feel the same applies. So there's something that we need to know.
But are you saying that you do say this to
That
him?
was a plan B.
So that was
Okay,
my
plan
other.
B,
Yeah,
okay.
that was my other.
That could be a
But
conversation
I would
that happens.
definitely
That would
answer
be
that
my
question as a Hermé.
Like after discussing it with Nora, be like, maybe we need to then figure out what are we up against here.
Okay.
Who are these people that are looking for you? Is it another version of the Black Scarves? Are they a mercenary group? Like, do you even know?
Okay.
Nice.
I'd give you inspiration if we weren't literally ending the session. That was so good. I love how these two are just peas in a pod sometimes. Like on certain things, they're just like this.
Figure this out.
Not understanding flirting and keeping
And
secrets when it's
secrets
not helpful.
Secret mercenary groups helping us
Right.
for the party.
Okay, send me any questions you have between now and next time. I will talk to you
Just
about Everett.
Yeah.
And we will go forth from here. If you guys have ideas going forward on how you're planning on, if you're gonna take a rest or not take a rest, definitely tell me that. Definitely tell me if it's gonna be a long rest versus a short
I
rest.
don't think.
That will be
I don't
helpful.
think we have enough time for a long rest. It is still.
I have thoughts on that.
It is.
I also have
Well,
thoughts
it's
on that.
midday,
Yeah.
so we could attempt
We are
to
hidden
wait
in this
till
room.
night,
They're
but we
not
also don't know
aware.
where this room goes. So we would need to check out the room first to see if there's a way that we can be certain that we won't be discovered first, and then we could take a rest of some kind.
I think it comes down to the question of like, if we don't take a rest,
Yes.
what are we capable of doing?
Yeah.
Because if we rush ahead, but
Sure,
we aren't
sure,
actually
yeah.
capable of infiltrating. I mean, part of this has been that I could sneak in, and right now I can't.
Right.
And I mean, that doesn't necessarily need to make or break the plan, but if several of us are out,
And
I
you-
think we need to figure out if it's possible or feasible to even do anything.
So you need short rest for that, right?
Yeah.
You need long rest for spells. Does anybody else
You
need
need
a
short rest for spells.
I can do a short rest. A long rest would
Yeah.
refresh some of my daily abilities, but a
Short
short
rest-
rest at the minimum.
Short rest gets me back some of my key points. I still have 2, but I would get 2 more.
Yeah, at this point, with everything that's happened, all of us being shaken, and with so much catching up to do, I think that it would
we could take
be
a break.
bare minimum. We need to take a short
There's
rest,
also the
We can
question
lock
of,
back on a
and
short
then we
rest.
also need to consider.
there's also the question of the pearl. He can't actually identify anything right now, which that felt like a critical component of
That's
the
true.
plan.
Our thought process was that was what she was using to shapeshift into a human so that she could sneak in. But if they already know that the alarm has been tripped and they're looking for us, like I don't think we're going to be able to sneak in.
We've done a lot of other things to give them suspicion towards other avenues. So we did the weird crow thing with the open windows. We did the
rumor.
lie, the rumor,
And then also the rumor with
Weird crow thing with the open windows.
her adventure.
Yeah.
In my story, I had said that if any of the rooks came
Could see
across
them,
windows that were
open.
open to
Let us know.
let me know about
Oh,
any windows that were kept
yeah.
open.
Sorry, I was thinking from the perspective of other avenues of
The distraction.
of suspicion. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, that's something that I could possibly use. Like, I could sneak out and talk to rooks and maybe see if I could convince them to go do that. But all those are things that we would have to leave to accomplish, and are an open question mark.
It seems that all they know for right now is that something has triggered the alarm, and they don't know what.
Yeah.
Right.
And they seem to be in a bit of panic of it. So if we give them an easy lure to bite, they might.
Right.
And if that, the hope, my thought was I don't know how we could explore this because I don't know what everyone's capable of, and I'm feeling low on creative juices. But the hope is that if we dangle a lure here, and then they try to bite at it, and they come at it, we move in from whatever direction they're not doing. Right? So
we could lead the Ratvolution to one side to cause a distraction, and then another team goes in to attempt to get the book. But I think that if we know, we're assuming that this leads into where we need to go.
Yeah.
But we would double check. We would need to double check that. But then we could also take a rest and figure that out, and also plan our who's gonna go where.
There is an essence I think where we're time being quick could help us a lot. Maybe not, because again we don't know if this even leads to there. So being quick might help, might not help. But what we do know right now is that they're in a panic.
Right.
And hopefully we can leverage that against them, while saving us time.
Yeah. I think the rats going in is definitely something that that triggers stuff, because I think that will cause enough of a panic now. I feel like if we do wait, the rumor has more time to spread throughout the city. So that would just lead to more panic happening and chaos. And we want to cause a distraction so that there's chaos happening and there are people focused on that, and then we can go in it. Hopefully that will distract enough people for us to access the thing.
Yeah, I think, and then the second part of that is that she mentioned an iron vault door, and I think we also need to think beyond. Okay, we have a distraction, we can make it to the vault door, but if they had this intense of an alarm protection system that extends down to the sewers, obviously that's going to be a big deal inside the keep too. So we also need to be thinking how are we going to if it's A, there's probably going to be magical barriers, but B, if it's just a big fucking locked door, how are we going to get through that? I can't lockpick that.
This is where getting a long rest I think will help us a lot, because for the three of us, we can pick our spells specifically to what we need for the challenges that we know are coming.
So
These two have been trying to speak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
I was just gonna say one thing that's important. I think we know is that the guards did not come and check the sewer. They didn't know to check that far, but the warden and his wife would. So I think to Peter's point, we need to give them something to make them think they found what it was right away, or they're going to come and check on us down here eventually.
Yeah.
Or we could just bail out of this, close the door behind us, and now we know another way back in. We can come back
Or way back out.
Or out.
Later. Yeah.
Because that, I mean, it's almost a direct. if we get out, we have to get back to the Violet Garden. Or at least some sort of arranged upon, assuming we make good on our deal, and she's going to get us out of the city.
And also pearls to identify shit.
Well, so that timing of that can change, but like we're going to have to go from Keep to wherever this point is where she's going to get us out of the city, assuming it's the Violet Garden. If we come out of the Keep this way, let's assume that this room connects to the Keep. It's Keep. This room that we're in right now, the sewers, direct line back to where we came out, Violet Garden. It's, at this point, like it's known territory. So even if we don't go in this way, we could potentially go out this way, shut the door behind us. You know, we have options.
Does the Violet Garden have like a safe spot where we could like hide out? Because like
likely,
possibly.
I'm concerned about staying there because of all the kerfuffle that happened there would draw attention to it. But if they have like a hidden place that the guards aren't aware of, and stuff like that.
Nora and I were in the floral shop next door. We clocked that there was like a secret passage. We don't know where it goes, but it was one that went down.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Chapel of Koros could probably serve as like a secret room.
Yeah. And I know that they're smugglers at least, but I mean, if we're taking a book of such importance that they're doing it, that they're going to tear the city apart to find it. So we would want to, once we do that, we have very limited time to stick around.
Well,
and
my thought is we retreat right now. Like, we just leave this place right now, close the door behind us again, and we take a long rest there. Like, get the pearl, identify the stuff, take a long rest, and then we come back and use this to get in tomorrow.
I'm not against that. Or later tonight.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like it's noon /1 roughly in my estimation.
What happens if we stay in that room for a while?
We don't know.
To cover with like with prestidigitation or something like that, with the invisible wall.
I mean, yeah, I could throw up a mirage.
Well, that's a stone. It was a stone wall that dropped down, so it's a physical wall that we could put up. It's just
when we leave.
It's there, they'll
But if you're talking about hiding and sleeping here, like if the warden does come check, he has magic, he can do detect magic.
Absolutely.
But when he comes on, we can be prepared for that.
Are we? I mean, we don't know what the capabilities of the warden or
anyone he might bring with him.
Exactly. Or Laura Leah for that matter, who I think is probably the bigger threat of finding us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is still an open question in my mind. I mean, it has been left ambiguous whether he knows or not, and it's entirely possible she has given him false information about us, and that this is all her. It's also, I mean, not that changes what we're doing now, but I mean, I think it's just to lend.
So we need to figure out the room, see where it goes, or at least see if it leads into where we need to go, and then we can seal it off, and then determine our length of rest.
I think we can pretty much assume that this is going into the keep.
Sure.
So
not to metagame at all, but I think Aaron's point about understanding like how it goes into the keep
could be useful.
Is helpful.
And I think
but
understanding.
Do we want to risk exploring without having?
I mean, we could like literally just peek through a door, or if there's enough.
Last time I peeked,
also don't
there was like 3 people on me.
Oh,
not to be that guy, but
that's true. But to be fair, you were peeking in a bar that you knew was full of people.
Until there was.
Yeah.
This is a room because a lot of us don't need long rests, right? Like some of us definitely do, but some of us don't, right? Like you could pretty much get everything you need from a short rest.
Yeah.
Same for you.
The only person who needs a long rest is you, right?
I'm the one who needs it.
Nor would benefit from it.
Nor would benefit from it. You two would also benefit from it if we need to change spells.
You're right.
Same, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so we can take a short rest, explore the bottom a little bit, see where it goes, and then
decide whether to continue or back out.
and take a long
No,
rest.
so we could even split the party. We
really-
could start a long rest.
Nope.
Listen. And then the short rest team
Well, we
can sneak up and see if it connects or not.
Yeah.
Jesus, I got to watch the change happen on your
I'm just saying,
From,
the
I
two
really
of the
am-
people
I
who are the
heard-
most
I heard
stealthy in the
something over here
squad
that I did
are
not
also
like.
two that don't need long rests.
Yeah, whenever we do the Ratvolution, we're probably gonna want to have a distraction team and an infiltration team.
What if it triggers some other traps?
Another thing about waiting a long time that concerns me is that them putting the alarm back on,
Yeah.
and then us getting into time warp
Yeah.
point 2.0, or something else, or them finding a different way to lock the wall so that like.
Well, that's what
Yeah, but having
that's what I mean though. Like if we create a distraction now to make them think that they found or tripped the alarm,
Yeah.
and we close the door behind us, they won't know that we were down here. They won't know that we found the door to begin with.
True.
Yeah.
But
Wait, that
we
they'll have to figure out some way to
The
make them
Ratvolution
think
can only
the
happen
alarm
once.
was